This is the Bengals Radio Network. Bengals football is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. With over a decade of partnership, Fifth Third Bank and the Cincinnati Bengals are better together. To learn more, visit 53.com/Bengals. Bengals fans, gear up in your Sunday's best this season. Shop the Bengals Pro Shop at Paul Brown Stadium for all your Bengals merchandise needs, including the best selection of Nike New Stripes jerseys. Call 455-8484 for hours.
Unreal! Unbelievable!
This is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
It is a frigid late January afternoon in Nashville, Tennessee, where today the Cincinnati Bengals hope that their extraordinary Joe Burrow, can lead them to the AFC Championship game as they look to knock off the top-seeded Tennessee Titans. And it is time for the pigskin to fly at Nissan Stadium. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Dan Hoard alongside former Bengals offensive lineman Dave Lapham. It is great to have you with us for our coverage of this AFC playoff game on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Let's get to Lap's keys to the game. They're brought to you by the Hillman Group. Proud to introduce Key Hero, a free, secure, and simple way to prevent being locked out. Visit your local hardware store to digitally back up your key to the app and say goodbye to lockouts forever.
Well, Dan, as you were speaking there, Derrick Henry was introduced to the crowd, and it went off the hook. I mean, for him to be back for this playoff game, this crowd is going crazy. And that's going to be a big factor in the football game. Handle King Henry. You're not going to stop him, but you want to contain him. Don't let him come downhill. Don't let him get north and south. Then he's a superhero. Make him run east and west. Then he's human. Make him stop, make his first cut at or behind the line of scrimmage. Then you have a shot. I mean, this guy is special, and he makes Ryan Tannehill's play-action passing game that much better. Because if you're a linebacker, Dan, your first step is never backwards. When Tannehill is faking a run, the run pass, play-action pass deal, at the mesh point, you're coming down toward the line of scrimmage. You're not retreating. If you retreat, you're in trouble. So there's going to be some area there.
And we'll be back with the start of the game in just a moment on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, crafted using seltzer water, 5% alcohol, and a hint of fruit flavor. Available in a variety of fruit flavors, including black cherry, mango, watermelon, and strawberry. White Claw Hard Seltzer is your open invitation to escape to pure enjoyment, whatever that means for you. Made simple because fun always is. When the question is, should we? We say let's. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works. Chicago, Illinois.
Ohio Cat is proud to support the Cincinnati Bengals as the official construction and equipment partner. As Ohio's premier construction equipment provider, we understand what it takes to be a first-place team. Regardless of your need, whether it's sales, service, or equipment rental, you can count on Ohio Cat to be a trusted teammate. To see how we can help your company win, be sure to visit www.ohiocat.com. Hooday!
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, football is back! So consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages?
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan, not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
This is Jim Breach, former kicker and all-time leading scorer for the Cincinnati Bengals. This season, the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation will be donating $500 for every made Bengals field goal to help make a positive, lasting change in the battle with mental illness. Up to $10,000 will be donated to 1 in 5, helping the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and you kick the stigma and start the conversation.
We are getting ready for the Bengals and the top-seeded Tennessee Titans from Nissan Stadium in downtown Nashville here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The current temperature is 34 degrees. It feels like it's 31. Not much wind to speak of today, about 4 miles an hour. There is no threat of precipitation. It's cold, but it's not brutal.
Yeah, it's not brutal. I think they'll be able to play, and I think they'll be able to play very effectively. A couple of other interesting things to follow in this football game as far as keys are concerned, Dan, is it's all about the ball. As playoff P, Jermaine Pratt said, it's all about the football. Bengals have to protect the pigskin. The last 10 years in the playoffs, a team that has gone +1 or better, Dan, has won 74.4% of the time, almost 3 out of every 4. Tennessee, in their 12 wins this year, +11. In their 7 losses, -14. The Bengals are 10-2 when they're plus or even, and that Cleveland game is the one exception. Joe Burrow didn't play in that football game, and they're 1-5 when they're minus. So ball security is going to be a big, big deal. There's no question about it. The other thing that's going to be interesting is the Tennessee Titans are built to play with a lead. They don't want to play from behind. The Bengals have to play with a lead and make the Tennessee Titans have to come from behind, and that's not their forte. Who do you think will be better together this week? Be sure to catch next week's Bengals Weekly to see who comes away today with Fifth Third's Better Together moment of the game.
Cincinnati's coin toss captains today, linebackers Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt. Our referee is Cleet Blakeman, and let's listen in to the coin toss.
Hey, gentlemen, welcome to the NFL playoffs. Have a great game, both teams. Okay? Here we go. Tonight's coin, NFL shield is heads. The AFC symbol is tails. The NFL shield is heads. The AFC shield is tails. Cincinnati, your division team, it is your call. Tails. Tails. Tails is the call. It is tails. You win the toss. Defer? You want the ball? Yes, sir. Which way you want to kick? Kick that way. Just like that, flip around. Okay. Cincinnati wins the toss, elects to defer their choice for the second half. Tennessee will receive. Good luck, gentlemen.
So we heard the voice of Logan Wilson say tails. He got it right. The Bengals win the toss. They elect to defer, as they always do, when they win the coin toss under head coach Zach Taylor.
Yeah, and I'm probably, a lot of fans are thinking, boy, you want to give the football to the Tennessee Titans first and let Derrick Henry maybe take over the football game right away? Well, you know, analytics say the best thing to do is to defer the toss to the second half. And the Bengals have done a great job, Dan, this year, scoring points in the final 2 minutes of the first half and then scoring points on their first possession of the third quarter. And the third quarter has been their big quarter. They've only allowed 40 points all year, second fewest in the NFL. They haven't allowed a point in the third quarter in the last 4 games. They've come out of the locker room defensively with some big-time adjustments.
Cincinnati this year, we have the ruler of the jungle that gets the fans fired up. Here in Nashville, they have the 12th Titan. They bring out a former player. Today it was Jarrell Casey, and he planted a gigantic Game of Thrones-sized sword into the ground at midfield prior to kickoff.
I remember Jarrell Casey very well. Pretty solid football player. They've got a front four that he's proud of, and that's one of the strengths of the Tennessee Titans football team for sure, is their defensive front.
Today the Bengals are wearing white jerseys, white pants with black stripes down the side. Obviously the iconic orange tiger striped helmet. The team colors for the Tennessee Titans are two-tone blue, light blue and dark blue, but they are wearing all dark blue today, dark blue jerseys, dark blue pants, dark blue helmets. Evan McPherson ready to kick it off. Dontrell Hilliard returns kicks for the Tennessee Titans. We have seen Dontrell Hilliard in the past as a member of the Cleveland Browns.
Well, it's the playoffs, so the NFL sells more things during the playoffs than they do at any time of the year, and that's the nature of the beast in this football game.
The opening kick presented by AE Door and Window. Evan McPherson approaching the ball at the 35. He swings the right leg and thwack. We are underway. Fielded at the goal line, and it's actually Chester Rogers, not Dontrell Hilliard. No, I beg your pardon. It is Hilliard. He takes a knee, and the Titans will start from the 25-yard line.
You know, the one thing about Rodgers, the other return guy you talked about, Dan, he's put it on the ground 4 times and lost one of those. So that's an interesting, significant stat there. And another guy that's put it on the ground a bunch, Ryan Tannehill, has fumbled 10 times and lost 4 of them. See if he can pressure him and affect him.
For the first time since Halloween, Derrick Henry starts at running back for the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill under center on 1st and 10. Double tight ends in for Tennessee. Play action fake. Tannehill guns it.
Nice.
Intercepted
Nice.
by Jesse
How
Bates.
about it?
First play of the game, and Jesse Bates, who intercepted Ryan Tannehill last year, picks him off on the very first play of this playoff game.
Well, one of my big desires, we were talking in the pregame, they got a heck of a safety in Byard. Said, boy, Jesse Bates, we could be best safety on the field. Byard has 5 interceptions this year. Jesse Bates read that route, undercut it. He had 1 interception in the regular season, a big interception right there. There's no doubt about it. The Bengals, Dan, came out with 5 defensive linemen, and Tannehill, I think, checked to a play-action pass and paid for it.
It was intended for Julio Jones 17 yards downfield, so the Bengals begin from the Titans 42. Burrow back to throw, under pressure, spinning, twirling, and sacked for a 3-yard loss at the 45-yard line.
Well, that's an inauspicious start right there. Autry came up with the sack, but boy, there were a lot of guys affecting and pressuring Joe Burrow. There's no 2 ways about that. I mean, he stepped up in the pocket, tried to manipulate the pocket, but man, I'm telling you what, that defensive front can get after the quarterback.
2nd down and 13 from the Tennessee 45 after Jesse Bates intercepted Ryan Tannehill on the very first play of the game. Burrow in the gun, Mixon to his right. Boyd and Chase out to the left, Higgins out to the right. Burrow ready for a shotgun snap. He has the ball. He drops back 5 steps. Checks it down short. Caught by Mixon. Charging upfield.
Nice,
breaks 2 tackles.
Nice.
Runs for the first down and more. He's taken out of bounds inside the 25. It looks like he'll be marked out at the 24. Safety Amani Hooker ran him out. 21 yards, and that was all Joe Mixon with yards after catch.
Absolutely. You know, he's tired of hearing about Derrick Henry and how he can break tackles and how he's a unicorn. Joe Mixon is a stud. Joe Mixon can make it happen as well. One-on-one, he's tough to bring down.
Chase and Boyd out to the right. Chase lined up behind Tyler Boyd. T. Higgins out to the left. 2 deep safeties for the Titans. It's a run play. Mixon lowering the shoulder pads, fighting straight ahead, and he only gets 1 yard down to the 23 of Tennessee. Edge defender Harold Landry was there for the Titans.
Joe Burrow gets credit for an explosive play in the passing game, a 21-yard reception. The ball was in the air at less than 5 yards. Joe Mixon, like you said, Dan, yards after catch, run after catch, yak, rack, all that good stuff. And how about the Titans throwing the ball in the first play of the game, being contrarian with Derrick Henry in the backfield, and it blew up on him.
C.J. Uzomah out, Drew Sample in. 2 receivers right, Chase, the lone receiver, out to the left. 2nd down and 9 at the Tennessee 23. Shotgun snap. And the short pass is incomplete for Joe Mixon. Never got his head turned around as Burrow was facing heat from Bud Dupree and had to get rid of it before he wanted to.
Yeah, Bud Dupree was basically a free runner. I mean, you got to count for Bud Dupree. He's a pretty good pass rusher. He's an outstanding pass rusher when nobody blocks him. I mean, Joe Burrow just did a good job to get that out of his hand and live for another snap. This is not where you want to be against the Tennessee Titans, 3rd and long.
Mixon out, rookie Chris Evans in. He'll line up as a wide receiver wide to the left. Higgins, Boyd, and Evans all out to the left. Chase out to the right. Empty backfield for Joe Burrow. Stomps the right foot, extends the hands, catches the shotgun snap. Here comes the rush. Sack for a gigantic loss that will take the Bengals out of field goal range. Way back at the 36-yard line.
I'll tell you, Dan, the Tennessee Titans aren't even playing the run. They are just teeing off. I mean, they're just delay a game. Delay a game penalty. The Bengals can live for another snap.
And it can't be declined by Tennessee, so that wipes out the snap, or wipes out the sack by Simmons, and the Bengals catch a break.
Yep, it's a deal where the penalty, you welcome the penalty because the performance of the snap was subpar. But delay a game penalty, erases that. The Bengals can try to pick up enough yards to make this an easier field goal opportunity for McPherson.
Chase, Boyd, and Higgins out to the left. Evans and Uzama out to the right. Now Higgins will go out to the right, and Evans will flip sides and go out to the left. 3rd down and 14. Shotgun snap to Burrow. Quick slant. Caught by Higgins. Tackled at the 20. Well short of the first down. But the Bengals are now within the field goal range of Evan McPherson. And here comes the Bengals rookie kicker.
Now, I know one of the sacks was nullified by penalty, but the offensive line experienced that. They in real time. The Tennessee Titans right now are dominant at the line of scrimmage in terms of getting up the football field to pressure the quarterback. Going to have to run some draws, screens, get the ball out quickly. Going to have to nullify that rush.
This will be a 38-yard attempt from the right hash for Evan McPherson out of the hold of punter Kevin Huber. Huber looking back at his young kicker. Now turns his head, extends the right hand, catches the snap. The kick is on its way. It is good. Yes. And the Bengals are on the scoreboard first. They turn the Jesse Bates interception into the field goal by Evan McPherson.
Boy, I was never happier to see a delay of game penalty than on that one. That penalty helped big time.
It nullified a 13-yard sack that would have taken the Bengals out of field goal range. They get the 38-yard kick from Evan McPherson and go in front.
And that officially is a red zone snap. So now they're, settling for a field goal in their first red zone opportunity. No touchdown.
We'll take a timeout. 12:03 left in the first. 3-0 Cincinnati on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
You know R&L Carriers for delivering the best customer service and dependability in LTL. But did you also know R&L Carriers can manage your e-commerce, order fulfillment, and kitting needs through our state-of-the-art distribution centers located around the U.S. and overseas? Our global shipping specialists can guide you through the complexities of international shipping with our import-export, air, ocean, transborder, and customs brokerage services. Trust R&L Carriers with all your logistics needs. R&L Carriers, we really do ship anything, anywhere, anytime. Visit us at rlc.com to learn more.
Wherever you're headed this winter, the adventurous RAV4 is ready. RAV4 also comes in a fuel-efficient hybrid. Need more room? Step up to the Highlander with room for up to 8, or the best-in-class Highlander Hybrid. Now through January 31st, during Toyota's Winter Savings Event, get 2.49 APR financing on a new 22 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid, or any new 22 Highlander, with approved credit through TFS. Get details at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Has your business come to a halt? This is Jerry Jean, president of Waltz Business Solutions. With our Kyocera digital printer, scanner, and software solutions, let us help you change with the times to digitize your business or home office.
When your document halts, call Waltz.
Medical Mutual knows small businesses are a big deal. That's why they partner with the Council of Smaller Enterprises, better known as COSI, and local chambers of commerce to offer a health benefit option for businesses with 1 to 50 employees. The COSI benefit plan allows small businesses to join together and experience the same great benefits that large corporations do. Talk to your broker or visit medmutual.com/COSE to get started. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cincinnati Bengals, and everything you love.
3 left in the first quarter, 3-0 Cincinnati, and a 38-yard field goal by Evan McPherson. It was a 4-play, 22-yard scoring drive, 21 of the 22 yards coming on the short pass to Joe Mixon, and the field goal was presented by the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation, meaning a $500 donation has been made to 1 in 5 to help kick the stigma. Here comes the kickoff from Evan McPherson. Launches it very high. A spinning end-over-end kick. Taken 2 yards deep in the end zone. And once again, Dontrell Hilliard will take a knee.
Because of the hang time. 2 yards in the end zone. But that bad boy got some serious elevation and hung up there pretty well. McPherson could do that.
So Ryan Tannehill intercepted on his first pass in this playoff game. Ryan Tannehill has faced the Bengals 5 times before. Won the first 2, lost the last 3, and he now has more interceptions than touchdown passes against Cincinnati, 5-4. Derrick Henry, the running back, 1st and 10 from the 25. The ball on the right hash. Tannehill with a long count. Hasn't snapped it yet. Bengals crowding the line of scrimmage defensively. Tannehill hands it off to Henry, trying to find a hole off left tackle, and he picks up 2 yards out to the 27. Mike Hilton coming up from the slot corner spot to get to big Derrick Henry first.
Talk about a loaded box. That bad boy was loaded. They brought a lot of people down tight to the line of scrimmage on that one and made Derrick Henry stop his feet, shuffle his feet. That's key. Don't let him get a 5-yard downhill start on you. He's a load at that point.
A.J. Brown out to the left. Julio Jones out to the right. Tight end motions to the left. Tannehill under center on 2nd and 8. He takes the snap. It's a stretch run to the left. Henry blown up by D.J. Reader for a loss on the play. He lost the yard. It's 3rd and 9.
And what they did there was a run blitz. They brought a linebacker. Linebacker comes downhill and hits that A gap between the center and the guard. And at that point, Derrick Henry has no cutback lane. They do a good enough job at the point of attack. So extremely aggressive. Lou Anarumo's like, we're not going to sit there and wait for you to hammer us. We're coming downhill to get you.
D.J. Reader out. The Bengals only have 3 defensive linemen on the field right now. Tannehill on 3rd and 9, waiting for a shotgun snap. Von Bell looks like he's coming on a blitz. He is. Tannehill back to throw.
Boom,
he gets hit and sacked at the 19. Von Bell was coming. Mike Hilton was coming. And Tannehill goes down.
I'll tell you, man, you talk about getting after it. They the double blitz. They bring the slot corner. They bring the safety. And Hilliard's the one that gets him on the ground. But boy, that's just an outstanding effort. Bell as well. I don't know. I guess they're gonna. I don't know if they'll split it or give it to Bell. But both of them met at the quarterback. They brought more than the Tennessee Titans could block. They just overloaded it.
35-year-old punter Brett Kern is in. Trent Taylor looks to return. This is a poor kick. It bounces and rolls, and Trent Taylor lets it continue to roll, and it goes all the way down to the 32-yard line. So Kern got away with a lousy kick that had about 20 yards of bounce and roll and turns out to be a 50-yard punt.
Yeah, that's Frank Gans, a great special teams coach in Bengals history, said whenever the ball hits the ground, it's going to cost you 17 yards on an average basis. The ball is going to roll, and it's going to roll against you. That time even more so.
The Bengals will take over at their own 31, it looks like, when we come back. 10 minutes to go. First quarter, 3-0. Excuse me, Cincinnati on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
At Kroger, fresh groceries are our thing. So we do freshness checks on the items in your delivery order at every step of their journey from our farms to our stores. And pick and pack every blue, raz, and strawberry in your free pickup order with the utmost care. Because we believe in treating your food the same way we'd want ours to be treated. It's the golden rule, only for like fresh fruit and stuff. Order now using the mobile app. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Start something new at Jake Swinney Jeep. Lease a new Grand Cherokee L for only $379 a month during the Start Something New sales event. Only at the new Jake Swinney Jeep, Tri-County.
JakeSwinney.com. 3rd Street Financial does home loans. If you're a responsible person who's had a credit setback but who needs to buy a home, 3rd Street Financial can help. They close mortgage loans that banks cannot or will not close. For a free assessment, call Forrest Ferris at 3rd Street Financial now at 888-228-7631. That's 888-228-7631. Offer valid on Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, and Florida properties only. 888-228-7631.
Super Bowl 56 is heading to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and On Location can make your weekend unforgettable. With On Location, you can enjoy epic pre-game parties featuring NFL legends. Choose from an incredible selection of SoFi Stadium seating options, secure hard-to-find accommodations, and get unmatched access through it all. On Location is the official hospitality partner of the NFL and the only way to experience Super Bowl 56. Visit NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl.
3-0 Cincinnati. 5 minutes into the game here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. If the Bengals win today, we'll have a game plan show coming up on Wednesday night at Kitty's Sports Grill, downtown Cincinnati. The show presented by Bud Light. That would be Wednesday from 6 to 8. 1st and 10 Bengals from their own 31. Burrow in the gun, catches the snap, short pass. He threw it low and behind C.J. Uzomah, and it's incomplete, 4 yards up the field.
Joe's really concerned about getting the ball out of his hand very quickly, and that time uncharacteristically inaccurate. I mean, C.J. Uzomah was there. Joe Burrow made a throw that C.J. could have caught, but he made him work too hard to catch it. The ball fell incomplete.
The Bengals lead it 3-0. Jesse Bates with an interception that led to a 38-yard field goal by Evan McPherson. 9:57 left first quarter. It is noisy here in Nashville. On 2nd and 10, Burrow bobbled the snap and gets sacked at the 21-yard line. Harold Landry coming like a heat-seeking missile to sack Burrow.
You know, you got problems. You got free runners. Not only are these guys beating them physically with technique, but at that time, Isaiah Prince just let him run in the gap between he and Adeniji. It's like he was passing him off to nobody. He didn't even try to set inside to cut him off. So, man, that's either just terrible technique or thinking you have somebody inside to help you that was not there.
Samaje Perine checks in. It is 3rd and 18. Burrow back to throw. Screen pass caught by Perine, and he's brought down from behind by Jeffrey Simmons. After a short pickup, it's a 3-and-out for the Bengals. They'll have to punt it away.
You know, you get 3rd and long with this Tennessee Titan defensive football team, you're asking for trouble. The Titans on 3rd down defensively are 6th best in the NFL. And on 3rd and long, they're better than that. The Bengals now 0 for 2 on 3rd down. Going to have to do a better job on 1st and 2nd down and make it 3rd and manageable.
36-year-old Kevin Huber into punt, blowing on his hands on this freezing cold day in Nashville. High snap, handled by Huber, gets off the punt. It's a good one. Chester Rogers calls for a fair catch. He got touched by Flowers, and I think the officials are going to throw a flag. There it is.
He couldn't find it, man.
Trey Flowers made contact before the ball arrived.
Yep, and that was that's just a bad mental error. I mean,
now, let me ask you this, Lap. Did the signal for fair catch go up early enough?
That's what they're talking about right now. And but the thing is, when you're running downfield like that, it wasn't like Trey Flowers was running at such a speed that he couldn't control his body, you know? See what they decide.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team number 33. 15-yard penalty, first down.
You have to give the return guy a yard to make the catch. Fair catch or no fair catch. Have to give him a yard space, and he didn't. And he basically tried to be cute, and he got caught. He tried to be too cute, got his hand caught with his hand in the cookie jar, and that's a bad mistake. Bad mistake because you give up field position that you didn't need to.
We'll take a timeout. 8:29 left in the first quarter. The Titans will have it at their own 40 when we come back. It's 3-0 Cincinnati on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
We are nature's.
If habits superb way, Victor Queen is setting his art plus.
Not sure if he's got. He can from online over the phone. His hand.
But in Gazelle suddenly fend for awaiting buffet.
Guys signed him a dated claim to help you.
Zell gets a fixed thing. Oh, so
Grievous. All the drops.
Super Bowl 56 is heading to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and On Location can make your weekend unforgettable. With On Location, you can enjoy epic pre-game parties featuring NFL legends. Choose from an incredible selection of SoFi Stadium seating options, secure hard-to-find accommodations, and get unmatched access through it all. On Location is the official hospitality partner of the NFL and the only way to experience Super Bowl 56. Visit NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl.
Don't get left out in the cold with a garage opener that's not working. I'm Adam Weber with AE Door and Window, a LiftMaster Wi-Fi enabled garage door opener with battery backup, and Amazon Key ensures you and your deliveries are never stuck outside. Learn more at AEDoorsales.com.
Since 1964, Hillman has been your trusted hometown hardware partner. From small projects to big builds, Hillman has the hardware for every project, every time. Find us at your local hardware or home improvement store.
Introducing Ultimate Bengals, the free-to-play next-level fantasy football game. Open packs, collect players, and build your team throughout the season. Pick up your lineup each game week and compete against other fans for fantastic prizes. Download Ultimate Bengals now from the App Store and Google Play.
Cincinnati 3, Tennessee nothing. 8:29 left first quarter here at Nissan Stadium. Each team has had the ball twice. Tennessee so far, one turnover and -6 offensive yards on 2 possessions.
Yeah, no first downs, -6 yards, and a turnover. You can't get a worse start than that. The Bengals have that 3-point lead. They got to build on it.
2 carries, 1 yard for the King, Derrick Henry, thus far. 1st and 10 from the 40 after the 15-yard penalty on the punt return on the Bengals. Here's a rollout by Tannehill. Pump fakes, throws short, caught by Julio Jones. He's going to run for the Titans' first down. He gets chopped down by Von Bell after picking up 11 into Cincinnati territory at the 49-yard line.
Bengals come out in a 5-man defensive line. They say, okay, enough of this noise. We're going to get to our naked boot deal. This was naked. The run action goes to the left. He naked out to the right, and he hits Julio Jones. Big play.
And the Titans go tempo. They're ready to snap it on 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 49. Here's a run to the left. Henry charging forward. Jermaine Pratt makes the tackle at the 41. Best run out of the first 3 for Derrick Henry. He picks up 8.
Yeah, that's the first run where he was able to keep his feet moving, and he got ahead of steam. Once he gets 5 yards down the football field, you got something fierce there.
3 defensive tackles in for Cincinnati. 2nd down and 2. Tannehill barking out instructions from the Bengals 41. He'll give it to Henry. Derrick Henry does not get the first down. Well, he does, actually. 2nd effort by Henry. I thought they had him at the 40, but he stumbles forward to about the 38.
Yeah, I thought that he got knocked backwards. But that guy doesn't get knocked backwards. If you knock Derrick Henry backwards, you've achieved one hellacious accomplishment.
So 2 first downs on the drive for the Titans. They have it at the Bengals 38. 22 yards so far on this drive. Tannehill backs away from his center and appears to be changing the play. Double tight ends in, 1 left, 1 right. Tannehill hands it off to Henry, charging right, and he will be stopped for a loss.
Beautiful.
He loses a yard at the 39. DJ Reader with his 2nd tackle for loss in the early going.
Tell you, he's inverting the line of scrimmage. Penetration is big time, and that's DJ Reader just knocked people backwards. And when you invert the line of scrimmage by being more physical than an offensive line that mauls people, that's a very good sign for DJ Reader.
Derrick Henry out. Kari Blasingame in, the fullback. Titans line up in an I formation behind Ryan Tannehill. Swain, the tight end, motions. 2nd down and 11 from the Bengals 39. Tannehill fakes a handoff. He's back to throw. Looking. Fires left. It is caught and dropped by Blasingame. Could not hold on to the ball. He juggled it and dropped it. And it's 3rd down and 11 coming up.
Tannehill could have dumped it off to his left or his right and decided to go to his fullback Blasingame, and he got 2 hands on the football. When he went to bring it into his body and tuck it away, he basically threw it to the ground. So big 3rd down right here. 0 for 1 on 3rd down of the Tennessee Titans. The Bengals have them 3rd and long at 3rd and 11.
Dontrell Hilliard checks in at running back. Tannehill in the gun, Hilliard to his right. Chester Rogers in as a 3rd wide receiver. Brown out to the left. Julio Jones and Chester Rogers out to the right. Tannehill back to throw. Fires, slant, incomplete. Cincinnati is running it back, but it was ruled incomplete immediately. Jesse Bates trying to pick it off on the ricochet, but it hit the ground, and it's 4th down and 11.
And really, the Bengals, they bring Logan Wilson up into the A-gap between the center and the guard, so they rush 5. Logan Wilson as an interior rusher right there out of a 3-point stance. Tannehill had to get the ball out of his hand quickly, and as a result, inaccurate, threw the ball to the ground.
Rather than attempt a 57-yard field goal try, punter Brett Kern is in. That's where the Bengals have an advantage in this matchup. I imagine Evan McPherson would have been in there to try a long kick. Randy Bullock has only attempted 1 from 50-plus all year. So the Titans try to pin the Bengals inside their 10 as they punt from the Cincinnati 39. Unless they fake it, of course. Now they take a 5-yard penalty.
Well, they were trying to get the Bengals to jump offside. They did a lot of window dressing, motion, moving guys around, get under center, probably tried a hard count. And the Bengals, good discipline, they froze at the line of scrimmage.
Delay a game, offense. Penalties decline, remains 4th down.
So the Bengals don't want to make it easier for Kern to have a normal leg swing on this punt. So they decline the penalty, and again, the Titans lined up to punt from the Cincinnati 39. Trent Taylor waiting at the 8. Kern blowing on his hands. Now he's ready. Catches the long snap. Nose of the ball down. Floats it high and short. Taylor walks forward and makes a fair catch at the 12-yard line. So a 27-yard punt And the Bengals will have it at the 12.
Take that. You know, that's not great field position, but considering the circumstances, it's about as good as you're going to get.
3 possessions, no points for the Tennessee Titans, and we'll take a timeout. 5:52 left in the first quarter. Cincinnati 3, Tennessee nothing. This is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
The chant ripples through the tailgating crowd. Faces painted orange and black. The air is rich with the smell of grilling and the sound of joyous anticipation. These burgers and dogs are served on delicious ballpark buns and rolls, toasted golden brown over the flames. They complement the flavor perfectly. Each bite, a testament to the grill master's skill. Surely this will win Ballpark Griller of the Game.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, crafted using seltzer water, 5% alcohol, and a hint of fruit flavor. Available in a variety of fruit flavors, including black cherry, mango, watermelon, and strawberry. White Claw Hard Seltzer is your open invitation to escape to pure enjoyment, whatever that means for you. Made simple because fun always is. When the question is, should we? We say let's. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
This is Jim Breach, former kicker and all-time leading scorer for the Cincinnati Bengals. This season, the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation will be donating $500 for every made Bengals field goal to help make a positive, lasting change in the battle with mental illness. Up to $10,000 will be donated to 1 in 5, helping the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and you kick the stigma and start the conversation.
All right, football season is back.
Now we can score official gear from our favorite teams just by drinking Pepsi. That means buy Pepsi and get points for a chance to score gear at NFLshop.com.
Oh, but that's not all.
You can even scan the code and use your points for a chance to win other awesome NFL prizes, literally every week. Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
No purchase necessary. Ends 10/16/21. See rules at madeforfootballwatching.com. Must be a legal resident and 18 or older. Void where prohibited. Message and data rates may apply.
5:52 left in the first. 3-0 Cincinnati here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Bengals will start from their own 12. Ball on the right hash. Third drive of the game for Cincinnati. Burrow in the gun. Mixon lined up off his left hip. Boyd and Chase out to the left. Higgins out to the right. It's a run up the middle. Mixon trying to spin away after running into a pile of bodies, and he is brought down close to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, the Tennessee Titans defensive front, their front line is dominating. Who do we think will be better together this week? Fifth Third's better together. The moment of the game from last week highlighted the teamwork of Jermaine Pratt, Logan Wilson. Be sure to catch next week's Bengals Weekly. See who comes away today with Fifth Third's better together. Moment of the game.
That was a 1-yard run for Mixon. 2nd and 9 Bengals from their own 13. They go empty. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Burrow clapping his hands. Screen pass caught by Chase. Sprinting away from traffic to the 30, the 40, far sideline 50. Jumps over a defender at the 35 and goes down at the Tennessee Titans 28-yard line. Zach Cunningham may have saved the touchdown. 42 yards. Basically on a screen pass to Jamar Chase.
Yeah, well, the tackle was missed, and then off to the races you go. 7 players at the line of scrimmage for the Titans. And Joe Burrow said, you know what? You're going to play aggressive coverage like that. Fulton, the former teammate down at LSU, the LSU boys, quarterback receiver, abused the LSU defensive back. And man, once he missed that tackle, Jamar Chase was off to the races.
They spot it at the 30 of Tennessee. 1st and 10 Bengals after Chase flipped the field. Now it's an end around. Jamar Chase, Burrow out to block. Chase goes down after running for about 2 yards. By the way, on the screen pass that went for the huge gain, make that 57 yards for Jamar Chase.
And really, that goes into the books as a 57-yard throw for Joe Burrow. Basically, maybe a yard. I mean, a yard down the field, if that, when he caught the screen. And then, boom, yards after catch, run after catch again. Joe Mixon did it for 21. Jamar Chase did it for 57.
Second down and 8 at the Tennessee 28. All three receivers go out to the right. C.J. Uzomah out to the left. Mixon in the backfield. Burrow back to pass again. Pump fakes. Sack again at the 34-yard line. Thrown on his back by Danico Autry.
Well, you can't pump fake. I mean, the ball has to be out in 3 seconds or less. If you hold on to the football for more than 3 seconds, you're going to be in trouble. Joe Mixon trying to pick up the blitzer. And boy, that's just a good rush that time. And Autry just did a number on Jonah Williams, who had, I think, his best game as a pro for the Bengals last week against the Raiders. Bengals now 0 for 2 on third down. This is another third and long.
3rd and 14 after a 6-yard sack. The Bengals line up in an empty formation. Pirine checks in at running back. Burrow back to throw. Short pass caught in the middle by T. Higgins, and he will go down around the 27-yard line. The Bengals pick up 7, makes it a little bit easier of a field goal try for Evan McPherson as he tries to double Cincinnati's 3-0 lead.
And Dan, every third down, the Bengals are 0 for 3. Every third down has been 3rd and 10 yards or more. You cannot be in that down and distance situation on third down against this football team. You're not going to convert, and they haven't.
This will be a 45-yard field goal try for McPherson from the right hash. He has already hit from 38. We're down to 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. The Bengals leading 3-0. Kevin Huber ready for the snap from Clark Harris. Huber has the ball, puts it down, spins the laces. Kick on its way. Good. It is good. And the Bengals have taken a 6-0 lead. They started at their own 12, and thanks to a 57-yard screen to Jamar Chase, they take a 6-0 lead.
I'll tell you, Dan, not bad flipping the football field by over half the football field off the screen game. We'll take that.
That field goal presented by the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. Another $500 donation made to 1 in 5 to help kick the stigma. We'll take a timeout. 2:11 left in the first. The Bengals lead at 6-0 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
At Fifth Third Bank, we're working hard to make banking a Fifth Third better, which means we put 166.7% into everything we do. With over a decade of partnership, Fifth Third and the Cincinnati Bengals are better together. Follow along this season as we highlight better together moments on and off the field, and keep an eye out for chances to win exclusive prizes. To learn more about how we're better together, visit 53.com/Bengals. This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Hey, it's Dave Lapham for First Star Logistics, a Bengals sponsor and one of Cincinnati's fastest growing companies. It's where you can score your next great job as a broker agent. It'll be your job to figure out and arrange the best way to ship freight across the country and around the world. First Star gives you a great base salary, plus uncapped commissions. Go for the career win. Learn more at firststarlogistics.com and tell them Lapham sent you.
First Star Logistics, opportunity knocking. Whenever you're feeling good and hungry, it's Skyline time.
My go-to order at Skyline has always been a regular 3-way and cheese coney. But today, I made the switch to 5-way. Those hearty beans and diced onions took it to another level. From now on, I'm a Skyline 5-way guy.
Together, at last it's Skyline time.
Ohio Cat is proud to support the Cincinnati Bengals as the official construction and equipment partner. As Ohio's premier construction equipment provider, we understand what it takes to be a first-place team. Regardless of your need, whether it's sales, service, or equipment rental, you can count on Ohio Cat to be a trusted teammate. To see how we can help your company win, be sure to visit www.ohiocat.com. Hooday!
All right, we get back late. We missed the ensuing kickoff, which was a touchback, and the first play of the drive for the Titans, which was a 1-yard run by Deontay Foreman. Right now, Derrick Henry on the sideline, helmet off. The Bengals lead at 6-0. 1:38 left in the first quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Tannehill throws, caught by Julio Jones. It'll be a first down for Tennessee as the former Atlanta Falcons star makes it out to the 40-yard line for a gain of 14.
Julio Jones, 6'3", 220. A.J. Brown, 6'1", 226. I mean, and then you have obviously the biggest back in captivity. So this is a big, powerful. Just the skill players are unbelievably huge.
Deontay Foreman remains the running back. 1st and 10 from the 40 for Tennessee. Tannehill under center, turns right, fakes to Foreman. Stands tall, fires long downfield, overthrown and incomplete for A.J. Brown. He had a step on Chidobe Awuzie. The throw from Tannehill a bit too strong.
Boy, the first down snap, Dan, that we did not get an opportunity to talk much about. DJ Reader stuffed it again. DJ Reader is controlling the interior of the line of scrimmage. I mean, the Tennessee Titans are a little bit frustrated. They haven't gotten their running game going whatsoever.
2nd and 10 for the Titans from their own 40. 50 seconds left first quarter. Cincinnati leads 6-0 on 2 McPherson field goals. Tannehill catches a shotgun snap, screens it out to the right, caught by Chester Rogers, and he's planted into the ground by Logan Wilson after a gain of 3.
Boy, Awuzie did a good job of fighting off the blocker, turning the thing back inside, then the inside-out pursuit from Logan Wilson was there. Just an outstanding job. Julio Jones and Awuzie didn't give an inch. Jesse Bates is there. Logan Wilson flying inside-out. Pursuit makes the big hit. Well played.
3rd down and 7. Rogers, Jones, and Brown all go out to the left. Hilliard now in at running back. Lines up to the left of Tannehill, who waits for a shotgun snap. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Tannehill is ready, extends the hands, catches the shotgun snap on 3rd and 7, looking left. The pocket closes, he escapes, he's running left. Tannehill now will take off and try to run for the first down. He won't get there. Trey Flowers leaves the tight end he was covering, Ferkser, and makes the tackle about 4 yards short of a Tennessee first down.
Trey Hendrickson is the one that collapsed the pocket.
And the first quarter has come to an end. At the end of one, 6-0 Bengals on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
At Jake Swinney Jeep, lease a new Grand Cherokee L for only $379 a month during the Start Something New sales event. Only at the new Jake Swinney Jeep, Tri-County.
JakeSwinney.com. USI Insurance Services, Cincinnati's #1 insurance broker. For over 100 years, your Cincinnati USI team has been protecting local businesses and employees. And today, with more than 200 USI offices across the country, we have the resources and the reach to tackle even the most complex insurance needs. Let us show you how the right plan and the right partner can help protect your company's most valuable assets. USI, proud insurance broker of the Cincinnati Bengals.
If you're looking for printers and copiers that are simple and easy to use, reliable and cost-effective, then you're looking for Kyocera printers and copiers from Waltz Business Solutions. Waltz understands your business needs. We deliver brilliant color, crisp black and white, and advanced software solutions backed up with flexible financing and outstanding service. People-friendly printers and copiers only from Kyocera and Waltz Business Solutions.
The whole world smiles with you.
Shop the Bengals Pro Shop this season for all your Bengals needs. Men's Nike New Stripes jerseys, Fanatics, and 47 brand apparel, and New Era headwear. And for the female fan, women's tops, bottoms, and accessories. For the smallest Bengals fan, tees, jerseys, and headwear. It's all here at the Bengals Pro Shop at Paul Brown Stadium. Come in, call, or shop online at Bengals.com.
1 quarter in the books, 6-0 Cincinnati here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Fifth Third Bank and the Bengals better together for over a decade. On the field and in the community, we're working hard to make Cincinnati a Fifth Third better. To learn more, visit 53.com/Bengals.
Titans ball 4th and 3 to begin the second quarter. Punter Brett Kern in. Ball's at the 47-yard line. Trent Taylor back around the 14 to return this punt for Cincinnati. In the first, Joe Burrow 5 for 7 for 97 yards. Ryan Tannehill 3 for 7, 27 yards and an interception.
Boy, how about the yards? 21 yards by Joe Mixon after catch, 57 by Chase. A lot of it short throws, yards after catch.
Kern waits for the long snap from Morgan Cox. Longtime Baltimore Ravens long snapper. Went to the Pro Bowl 3 times in Baltimore. Bengals shifting up front defensively as Kern waits for the long snap. He has the ball. The veteran punter will let it rip. Trent Taylor moving to his right. Calls for a fair catch. Goes into a deep knee bend and makes the catch around the 12-yard line. So the Bengals will start a drive from their own 12 or maybe the 13. We'll see where it's spotted. But in any case, this will be the second consecutive drive that starts at roughly the 12. And the last time, thanks to a 57-yard screen to Jamar Chase, the Bengals were able to get 3 points.
Both teams, Dan, in the first quarter went 0 for 3 on third down. And they were both third, and all 6 of them were third and long.
The ball is spotted at the 12 on the right hash. 1st and 10 Bengals leading 6-0. Jamar Chase goes in motion from left to right. Tightly clustered formation. Now Higgins goes in motion. They run right, and Joe Mixon with a decent pickup crosses the 15 and makes it out to the 16 for a 4-yard gain.
It was an inside zone, and he cut it back into the middle of the football field. Just took it up the field as hard as he possibly could. Quentin Spain on the backside at the left guard position got enough of a cutoff block that Joe Mixon could utilize that cutback lane, and Jonah did a good job on the backside as well.
Longtime Pittsburgh Steeler Bud Dupree made the tackle. It is 2nd and 6, Cincinnati. The Bengals at their own 16-yard line. Shotgun snap. Burrow throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Chase, and dangerously close to being intercepted by Jackrabbit Jenkins.
Yeah, Jackrabbit was a Jackrabbit. He read that and closed on it quickly. His route recognition was strong. Now the Bengals find themselves in a third and more makeable situation, but certainly still favoring the defense on 3rd and 6.
Burrow lines up in an empty formation. Can the Bengals protect? They have 3 receivers right, 2 out to the other side. Make that 3 left, 2 right, and now Evans motions into the backfield and stands to the right of Burrow. Play clock winding down to 1. Burrow extends the hands, catches it in time, under pressure, dropped again. The Bengals cannot stop this 4-man pass rush. Harold Landry with the 4th sack of the first half for Tennessee.
And
Cincinnati takes its first timeout.
The Bengals called a timeout before the snap, and this sack will not count.
And just like the delay of game penalty, Zach Taylor ran down the sideline, was going nuts. And they continued to run the play. Zach Taylor had signaled timeout, had called timeout, and they I guess, it was so loud, the other officials could not hear the official on the sideline blowing his whistle to kill the play. So the Bengals avoid 2 sacks, one by delay of game and one by calling a timeout just before the ball is snapped.
Joe Burrow just reached down and grabbed his right knee after that sack, so even though it didn't count, it's another hit on Burrow. The right knee, of course, is the one that's given him trouble in the second half of this season, not the surgically repaired left knee. 3rd down and 6 again after the Bengals called that timeout to negate the sack. Shotgun snap to Burrow. The protection is better. He throws downfield. Nice. Caught at the 35. T. Higgins out of bounds with a 1st down as Burrow delivers a beautiful sideline strike to 2nd-year pro T. Higgins.
And you give Joe Burrow time and space, he'll do that. I mean, he can throw the ball on a dime. He can find a tight window, a really tight porthole.
But 22 yards on that throw to T. Higgins.
That time he had time, and nobody was within 5 yards of him. He had space to see.
1st and 10 Bengals from their own 36 after they convert on 3rd and 6. Burrow with a toss to the right. Mixon looking for a cutback lane. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 5 members of the Tennessee Titans were in the backfield to bring him down for a loss. And it looks like it's going to be spotted around the 32 for a loss of 4.
Well, Tyler Boyd had the crack block. He came down inside to make the block, and the defender was not going to give an inch. I mean, you know, he's trying to crack on a big defensive end, Autry, and Autry said, "Nah, you're like a fly on the windshield, and I'm going 60 miles an hour. Get away from me." And he blew the whole thing up, and Joe Mixon tried to cut it inside of him.
2nd down and 13 officially. Burrow in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side of the formation. The Bengals at their own 33, leading 6-0. Draw play handoff. Mixon swarmed down near the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up a yard, maybe. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
I'll tell you what, both defensive fronts are getting after it. Both of these defenses and both of the coordinators are calling a very aggressive game. Shane Bowen, Lou Anarumo, they are attacking the line of scrimmage. It looks like they're the offensive football team the way they're attacking. They're punching, and both offenses are counter-punching.
Burrow has been sacked 3 times and has been sacked 2 additional times. That didn't count. Once because of a penalty, once because of a timeout called just before the play. 3rd and 13. Burrow back to throw. Short pass caught by Uzama, swerving up the middle of the field and brought down 6 yards short of a Bengals first down. It was 3rd and 13. He got 7, but the Bengals will have to punt it away. Safety Dane Cruikshank with a stop on C.J. Uzama.
The Bengals are 1 for 4 now on 1 for 5 on 3rd down. They've had 3rd and 14, 3rd and 18, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 13. Their conversion was 3rd and 6. Every other time they've struggled has been 3rd and 13 or more. Got to stay away from those 3rd and longs. They're killing them.
Second punt of the day for Kevin Huber. His first one went 48 yards. Waits for the snap from Harris. Chest high snap. Here comes the left-footed punt. Off the side of his foot. It's fielded at the 21. Rogers running to the 25. Being chased toward the far sideline. And he gets brought down nicely by Marcus Bailey. There's a penalty flag down. The tackle made around the 26.
Maybe have an illegal block down there as the Titans were trying to form a wall for him. Trey Flowers, he sold out and tried to make a play on the return. The return took it all the way to the other sideline, and there may have been an illegal block in the process.
During the return, holding. Yep. Return team, number 81. It's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
Sometimes when you're going across the whole field like that, that was not planned to be a return all the way across the football field like that, and it gets people out of position. They reach out and grab somebody.
The penalty committed by Racey McMath, who is a teammate of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase on the LSU National Championship team a couple of years ago. So the Titans will have it at their own 16-yard line. That was a 39-yard punt by Kevin Huber, and then the penalty pushes it back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals leading 6-0. If you are tuning in late, Jesse Bates came up with an interception on Tennessee's very first play of the game. It led to a 38-yard field goal by Evan McPherson, and then later in the first quarter, a 57-yard screen pass from Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase flipped the field when the Bengals started deep in their own territory, and that led to a 45-yard field goal by McPherson. It is 6-0 Cincinnati, 11-17 left here in the second quarter.
And the Bengals defensively under Lou Anarumo pitching a shutout at this point, and his philosophy is, we're not going to stand there and let you attack us. We are coming after you. We are resetting the line of scrimmage backwards on you. You're not going to be able to roll us off the line of scrimmage. The aggressive posture that the defense has taken with their front 7 on a snap-by-snap basis has been really good to watch. And they play a lot of 5-man defensive line. They controlled the line of scrimmage darn well against this offensive line that, kind of tries to play bully ball. They feel like they're very physical up front. The Bengals defensively, as a group, Dan, have put on the biggest of their biggest big boy pads.
I don't know what happened to Ryan Tannehill, but backup quarterback Logan Woodside, originally drafted by the Bengals, was warming up during this timeout. Now Tannehill is out there. He's going to stay in the game, but something has happened to him because the Titans have at least had their backup quarterback make some warm-up throws in the bench area.
Yeah, and you wonder if it might be something with his throwing hand. It's interesting. Let's see how he's moving. Let's see how the ball comes out of his hand in this cold weather. If you hit a shoulder pad or a helmet or something like that on a follow-through, man, that can be a very, very uncomfortable feeling.
The Titans' last play of their previous drive was a scramble by Tannehill where he got tackled about 3 yards short of a first down. Never know if he twisted an ankle or tweaked his knee or whatever, but maybe something happened on that scramble.
It could very well be. And again, in the cold weather, sometimes where he's going to feel it, if it is a real problem, is when you go in at halftime and warm up, Then all of a sudden it's, oh yeah, man, that is pretty well twisted. It feels a little bit different. Right now, it's almost like putting an ice pack on it. It's pretty chilly out there. It's almost freezing.
Derrick Henry back in at running back after being out on the previous series. This will be the 5th possession of the game for the Titans. 1 interception and 3 punts thus far from their own 16. They fake to Henry. Tannehill throws down the middle of the field. Caught at the 50 by A.J. Brown. Tackled by Jesse Bates at the Tennessee Titans 41.
Jesse Bates and Awuzie immediately get up, look at each other, and then they come right next to each other to talk about what they could have done a little bit better, a little bit differently. Nothing fancy. It's just a great route. Man, and Jesse Bates over the top. Could not quite get there from the middle of the football field. Ran a little double move and beat Awuzie and Jesse Bates on that one.
First big play for the Titans. They have it at the Bengals 42 as it turns out. Tannehill under center. It's a stretch run to the left. Henry lowers the boom and gets brought down by Tupou, it appears. No, actually, that's the newcomer. Zach Kerr just picked up in the middle of the week off the Cardinals practice squad. Made the tackle on Henry after a run for 3.
Yeah, Zach Kerr, and he's pretty excited about it. They're going up tempo. No huddle again for Tennessee.
Tannehill under center. A.J. Brown out to the right. Julio Jones out to the left. 2 tight ends in the game, both on the right side of the offensive line. Tannehill hands it to Henry, and he'll be brought down short of the first down. He's tackled at the 36, 3 yards short by Eli Apple.
Well, the shortest third down conversion the Bengals have had is 3rd and 6, and they converted it in the last drive. This is what the Tennessee Titans want to do. They want to be 3rd and short, 3rd and intermediate. And they have handled third down very well all year long. They're 8th offensively, 6th defensively on third down.
Derrick Henry out, Dontrell Hilliard in. He's in the backfield to the right of Ryan Tannehill. Big third down and 3 play at the Bengals 36. 6-0 Cincinnati the score. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. Hilliard motions left. They throw it to Hilliard, makes the catch, and he appears to have a first down. Got hit by Awuzie almost immediately after catching the ball, but he had enough momentum to get to the first down marker.
Yeah, he spun inside off of the hit by Awuzie and ended up landing beyond the marker. This quick read by Tannehill, got rid of the football, spinning to the inside instead of spinning to the outside, I think was the big positive decision by Hilliard there.
Derrick Henry back in. Nick Westbrook-Akina checks in. Julio Jones comes out. First down and 10 from the Bengals 33-yard line. Swaim, one of the tight ends, goes in motion from right to left. They run it right. Derrick Henry trying for a cutback lane, still on his feet. Inside the 30 as he runs outside the hash marks left and gets tackled at the Cincinnati 27. A 6-yard pickup. Logan Wilson with a stop.
Well, what you have to do now is Derrick Henry is starting to feel and find a little bit of rhythm. And that time he just made a good read. He's trusting his eyes a little bit better. Offensive line doing a pretty good job of sustaining blocks right there. Gave him a little bit of a crease. He just kind of jump cut to his left and picked up big yards.
8 carries, 24 yards for Derrick Henry. Second down and 4 from the Bengals 27. They fake to Henry. Tannehill rolling right. He throws. Caught by Julio Jones. Drilled by Von Bell.
Woo.
They come up jawing with each other, but Julio Jones, a huge physical receiver, makes the catch, holds on to the ball, and the Titans will have a first down at the Bengals 14.
Little bootleg right, and nothing wrong with that. Totally legal hit by Von Bell. He's trying to hit the football. He's trying to knock the football away from Julio Jones, and he goes right after it. Totally legal.
7:29 left in the half. Tannehill rolls right. Short throw caught by A.J. Brown. Shucks away Mike Hilton, and then charges forward inside the 10 and goes out of bounds at the 5.
So the play to Julio Jones was a bootleg, and that was with the grain. And now they run it naked against the grain. In other words, bootleg running the same side as the play-action fake. This time, play-action fake to the left and naked bootleg to the right.
Second down and 2 from the Bengals 6. Tannehill under center. Motions Brown from right to left. 2 receivers to that side. Tannehill takes the snap. Hands it to Henry. Gets stacked up near the line and brought down, but it appears he has a first down around the 3.
Yeah, Derrick Henry is a guy that, again, very tough to knock backwards. And with that power he's got, he doesn't have a great body lean because he runs very upright. He runs very high, but he's so darn strong. He just kind of keeps pushing piles. Now you have a first and goal situation. Dan, it's going to boil down to who's going to tackle better today. The Titans have missed tackles that have led to big runs after catch for the Bengals in the passing game.
Now they're going to go Wildcat and snap it directly to Derrick Henry. He catches the snap. He runs left, squares up his shoulders, and runs it into the end zone for a 3-yard Tennessee touchdown.
Well, that's a smart play right there with the King Henry, because it's 11-on-11 football, and you don't have a quarterback running the football. You have a 250-pound running back running the football. So, leverage. Everybody has a man blocked up, and Derrick Henry never gets touched. He scores in touch football. Nobody laid a fingernail on him.
A 41-yard pass to A.J. Brown got the drive started, and it turns out to be an 84-yard touchdown drive. Here is Randy Bullock to attempt the extra point. There are penalty flags down in the end zone. And they were thrown before the PAT. Delay of game?
Yeah, a lot of time that's delay of game. That's the location that it comes from. And Mike Vrabel's like, what's up with that? Well, there's a big conversation going on that Titan sideline with Vrabel and the official. And here comes the referee to get in on it. Or did the Bengals have 12 men on the field? I don't see how that could be.
12 men in formation on the defense. And Tennessee has elected to enforce that penalty from the 2-yard line to the 1 and go for
now they're
a 2-point try.
Half the distance to go, they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. And why wouldn't you when you got 22 operating? He's starting to get a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of timing, a little bit of flow of the game.
Fullback Kari Blasingame will be in along with Derrick Henry. The ball gets moved down to the 1. So this is a 1-yard attempt for 2 points and a 2-point lead. 6:07 left here in the second quarter.
You can't make a mistake like that. Have 12 men on the field for an extra point attempt. You just can't do that.
The Titans will line up in an I formation backfield. Again, Blasingame, the fullback, lining up in front of Derrick Henry. Ryan Tannehill takes the snap, gives it to Henry. Nice. Hit from behind by Clay Johnston. He did not get in.
No way.
So the Bengals penalty helps as Tennessee goes for 2 and Henry gets tackled.
Boy, I'll tell you, they stepped up. They reset the line of scrimmage. Tyler Shelvin penetration. Bengals had penetration up and down the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader. Everybody hit a gap, and they pulled a lineman, and because of the penetration, lineman Roger Saffold could not get around the horn cleanly, and Henry is stopped short.
By Clay Johnston. We'll take a timeout. 6:07 left in the half. We are tied at 6 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Hey, Bengal fans. At Medical Mutual, we care about the health and well-being of Ohioans like you. That's why we offer high-quality health insurance plans. With access to hospitals and doctors you know and trust, plus dental, vision, and wellness plans to help you achieve and maintain your best health. Medical Mutual is proud to be the official health insurer of the Cincinnati Bengals and everything you love. To learn more about individual Medicare and employer plans, visit medmutual.com/Bengals.
Tri-State Ford buyers, visit Mike Castrucci Ford in Milford or Alexandria for a brand new Ford F-150 or Super Duty pickup truck. We have the largest in-stock selection of new F-Series pickup trucks. They're on the ground and they're on sale right now. That's Mike Castrucci Ford, Lincoln of Alexandria, and Mike Castrucci Ford located off I-275, exit 57, State Route 28 in Milford.
Lance McAllister for Cincinnati Bell. Imagine the possibilities if everyone had fiber internet. Imagine no one left behind. Businesses, healthcare facilities, and schools evolving with technology and thriving. Imagine public Wi-Fi and smart cities. The ability to connect anytime, anywhere. That's the power of fiber from Cincinnati Bell. The fastest and best in future-proof internet. Built for tomorrow, powering your connected life today. Imagine the possibilities with fiber. Visit CincinnatiBell.com to learn more.
Frank's Red Hot is the perfect blend of flavor and heat, so you can put that on everything.
Like buffalo wings.
Everything.
Buffalo nachos.
Everything.
Buffalo mac and cheese?
Yes, and also things that don't start with buffalo. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
So 7 left, second quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. 3-yard touchdown run by Derrick Henry has tied the game. The Bengals had 12 men on the field when the Titans lined up for the PAT. So Tennessee said, you know what, forget about the kick. Ball's going to be at the 1-yard line. We'll go for 2. And Clay Johnston was able to tackle Derrick Henry before he could get in. As a result, we are still tied at 6.
And the big key is the defensive lineman keeping blockers off of Johnston. I mean, the Bengals defensive line is as dominant as the Tennessee Titans defensive line has been in this game against the run. Tennessee's defensive line pressuring the quarterback has been dominant as well.
Randy Bullock will kick off. Chris Evans looks to return. The run up, the swing of the leg. This is the first kickoff of the game by the Titans. A low line drive, but a long one by Randy Bullock as he knocks it through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And in the red zone, Bengals have been there once, settled for field goal. Tennessee has been there once, scored touchdown. So can't settle for field goals in the red zone. The Bengals did that 3 times in the playoff game last week against the Raiders. 5 opportunities in the red zone, a mere 2 touchdowns. They're 0 for 1 today, and Tennessee is 1 for 1.
Joe Burrow 7 for 10 thus far, 123 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, passer rating of 111.7. The Bengals will line up with Mixon in the backfield. Higgins goes in motion. Burrow steps up in the pocket. His pass batted down at the line, and Burrow winds up plastered into the ground yet again by Danico Autry.
Well, he had to step up in the pocket, and he stepped up amongst the big boys, and they just, got a hand up and deflect the football. I mean, that's just again, good defensive line play, reaching up and swatting the ball to the turf. And that was Jones, wasn't it?
It was Naquan Jones who hit Burrow at the end of the play.
Yep.
Second down and 10. The Bengals at their own 25, tied at 6. 6:03 left in the half. Empty backfield, 5 wide, shotgun snap, Burrow, quick pass, caught over the middle. Now the Titans are saying it was incomplete, but the Bengals are getting the catch, at least for now. Titans continue to say it was not caught by Tyler Boyd, but for now it's a 6-yard gain and a catch.
And some of them are very vociferous. David Long Jr. was real upset that they ruled that a completion. And this is the shortest distance the Bengals have had on the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 6 was the shortest prior to this, looking at 3rd and 4.
Just showed the replay on the video board. Mike Vrabel is not tossing a red challenge flag.
Now, Tyler Boyd has control. When he goes to the ground, loses the ball. The ground caused him to lose the ball, not the player.
Samaje Perine in, and the Bengals will call a timeout. Zach Taylor sprinting up the sideline, giving the timeout signal before the Bengals ran that 3rd down and 4 play.
That's the second time Zach Taylor's done that. And the timeout helped him. A penalty, delay a game, helped them. They've had penalties turn out in their favor. 2 penalties have turned out in their favor in this football game, and that's very unusual. Took away catastrophe and gave them an opportunity to make amends.
Just a 30-second timeout. We have 5:16 left in the half. The Bengals are going to line up at their own 31 and try to extend the drive on 3rd down and 4. C.J. Uzomah goes out to the left. The Cincinnati 3-way. Higgins, Boyd, and Chase out to the short side of the field, the right. Ball's on the right hash. Perine is the running back. Lines up as an extra blocker to the left. Burrow throws, caught by Uzomah. He has a first down at the 37-yard line.
It was a good job by Uzomah, finding a little hole in the zone. And Joe Burrow get that ball out of there quickly. The Titans are doing this regularly, putting 7 at the line of scrimmage. They're only bringing 4, but the Bengals are having a hard time figuring out which 4 they're going to bring. And then they may run twists and stunts off of it. So they have a pretty good defensive game plan. And so far, the Bengals offensive line hasn't figured it out.
The clock is running, 4:45 left in the half. 6-6 is the score. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Burrow hands it off to Mixon. jump cut after charging left and brought down at the 38 near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Joe Mixon felt like, the Tennessee Titans had the outside leverage on the outside zone, tried to cut it back, but Tennessee played their gap control responsibilities perfectly. Right there in the gap, controlling the gap that was supposed to be controlled. Defense makes the play.
Mixon gained about a half of a yard, 2nd and 9.5 with the ball in between the 38 and the 39. Play clock is at 5 as the Bengals get lined up. It's down to 2-1. Burrow catches the shotgun snap. He throws toward the right sideline. Higgins with the catch. Tight ropes the sideline and picks up first down yardage. He goes out of bounds at the Tennessee 46.
Boy, it's all a matter of giving Joe Burrow a little bit of time. And that time he had enough space to deliver the football, follow through, and not worry about hitting a hand on a helmet or a shoulder pad or something of that nature. Start giving not only time, but giving the quarterback some space to see.
15 yards to T. Higgins. He has 4 catches in the first half for 49 yards. The clock is running with 3:21 left in the half. The Bengals have it in Titans territory at the 46. The score tied at 6. Shotgun snap to Burrow. From the pocket, checks it down short. Caught by Samaje Perine. And the Bengals running back will be tackled around the 43. He picked up 3 on that check down throw from Joe Burrow.
And to me, that's just an extension of the running game. I mean, it's like a long lateral. Get something. You don't have anybody down the football field. Get something.
That was Mixon on the catch. My mistake. 2nd down and 6. Mixon remains in the game at running back. 2:40 left in the half. Now Burrow moves into the shotgun. Play clock at 10. Joe is ready for the snap. Catches from Hopkins. Drops back to throw. Has time.
Yes.
His pass. Caught over the middle at the 29. Higgins down to the 21. The ball comes out. Scooped up by Chase. And Chase gets tackled at the 21 of Tennessee.
They brought Elijah Molden. The 4th rusher was a cornerback. And they brought him, and Jonah Williams picked him up, and it gave an opportunity for T. Higgins to abuse the middle of the football field because they brought one of the defensive backs in the pressure package, and Joe Burrow found it. Boy, I'll tell you what, though. Secure the pig. Squeeze the leather. Don't let them knock it out of there.
20 yards on the catch. We've hit the 2-minute warning. The Bengals will have it at the Titans 21 when we come back with the score tied at 6 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Hillman, your trusted hometown partner. Whether you are building a deck or hanging a cabinet, Hillman has the right hardware for every project, every time. Find us at your local hardware or home improvement store.
Super Bowl 56 is heading to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and On Location can make your weekend unforgettable. With On Location, you can enjoy epic pre-game parties featuring NFL legends. Choose from an incredible selection of SoFi Stadium seating options, secure hard-to-find accommodations, and get unmatched access through it all. On Location is the official hospitality partner of the NFL and the only way to experience Super Bowl 56. Visit NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, crafted using seltzer water, 5% alcohol, and a hint of fruit flavor. Available in a variety of fruit flavors, including black cherry, mango, watermelon, and strawberry. White Claw Hard Seltzer is your open invitation to escape to pure enjoyment, whatever that means for you. Made simple because fun always is. When the question is, should we? We say let's. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works. Chicago, Illinois.
Introducing Ultimate Bengals, the free-to-play next-level fantasy football game. Open packs, collect players, and build your team throughout the season. Pick up your lineup each game week and compete against other fans for fantastic prizes. Download Ultimate Bengals now from the App Store and Google Play.
Tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Bengals weekly radio shows. Visit Bengals.com/broadcast for date, time, and station.
2 minutes minutes left in the half. 6-6 is the score, and the Bengals have it at the Tennessee 21, 1st and 10. 3 first downs on this drive for Cincinnati after the Bengals had just 2 first downs on their first 4 possessions of the game. The 8th play of this drive coming up, and again, the Bengals on the verge of the red zone. They have it at the 21. Joe Burrow will come out in an empty backfield formation. 3 receivers left, 2 out to the right. 4 members of the secondary playing back with a pretty big cushion for Tennessee. 4 down linemen for the Titans. Burrow ready for the shotgun snap. Joe catches, cocks the arm, looks around, takes off, runs up the middle of the field, and gets nailed after a 1-yard gain. The Bengals have reached the Gold Star red zone. Be 2nd down and 9 with 1:52 left in the half, and the Titans are going to call a timeout.
Where David Long delivered a blow to Joe Burrow. He took off at the middle, and David Long says, "No, I'm not going to let you get down and slide. I'm going to put a pop on you."
Big chunk of grass wound up in the face mask of Joe Burrow. Right. David Long, a Cincinnati kid.
Yep.
He's from Winton Woods High School. Went to West Virginia. Brought down Burrow after a 1-yard scramble.
Got to get the ball in the end zone. 2nd red zone opportunity. First time settled for field goal.
Burrow will move under center. Mixon lined up 8 yards behind, hands on knees. Uzama will motion into the backfield and line up as a fullback. On 2nd and 9 from the 20. Burrow fakes to Mixon, screens it. Diving catch by Uzama, gets back to his feet, but gets touched after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, boy, he tripped. He came out of there and hit the ground. Dupree was in the backfield in a heartbeat, though. I mean, it's amazing. Called a timeout here.
Tennessee calls another timeout. They're trying to save time for their offense since the Bengals are due to get the ball to begin the 3rd quarter.
And they figure the defense is going to hold them here in the red zone. It's a 3rd and long again. 3rd and 9. I mean, that's been the story of the first half for the Bengals on 3rd down. A goal was to avoid 3rd and long. They've lived in 3rd and long, and it hasn't gone well.
The Bengals will send 3 receivers out to the right, 2 out to the left, including Samaje Perine. Perine and Chase are out to the left. Uzama, Higgins, and Boyd are out to the right. Perine's going to motion into the backfield, and Chase moves a little bit wider out to the left.
Prince. You flinched, Dan. It's going to be 5 yards you can't afford to give up.
Full start. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Isaiah Prince at the right tackle position just flinched. He put that right foot, right arm back. Started his set too early. Penalties on it. Bengals have 4 penalties for 26 yards. Not a whole lot of yards, but 4 mistakes. 2 of them, though, have really helped them. Tennessee has 1 penalty for 10 yards.
3rd down and 13. The Bengals need to get down to the 11-yard line. Burrow can't take a sack here. He's back to throw. Cocks the arm. Scrambling left. He gets sacked at the 37-yard line.
That
cannot happen when you cost your team valuable real estate. And now it's going to be a very long field goal try for McPherson.
Yeah, that's a mental error right there. You get the flinch by Isaiah Prince, cost him 5 yards, and then on 3rd down, taking the quarterback sack is a massive error too in terms of real estate given up. So they had a snap in the red zone. Now they find themselves back at the 36-yard line.
That makes it a 54-yard field goal attempt for McPherson. Evan is 2 for 2. He's hit from 38. He's hit from 45. And he made 9 from 50-plus during the regular season.
Which led the NFL. If he misses, though, Tennessee gets the ball at their 44-yard line with 1 minute and 40 seconds to play.
From the right hash, from our vantage point, left hash for Evan McPherson. A 54-yard try out of the hold of Kevin Huber, trying to give the Bengals the lead in the final 2 minutes of the half. The snap, the put down, the kick. It has the distance. It is good.
Yes. Wow.
Money Mac from 54 yards away, and the Bengals have taken a 9-6 lead. That field goal presented by the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. A $500 donation has been made to 1 in 5 to help kick the stigma. We'll take a timeout. 1:35 left in the half. 9-6 Cincinnati on the First Star Bengals Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Bill Weber.
And I'm Adam Weber of A.E. Door & Window.
We've grown a lot over the years, but we've always remained a hometown company.
We work hard every day to be the Tri-State's first choice in garage doors, entry doors, openers, windows, and awnings.
From Clopay garage doors to LiftMaster openers and more, we've got the best products at the best prices and the best team of technicians.
Learn more at aedorsales.com.
We sell the best and service the rest. AE.
Now is your chance to order your 2022 Bengals season tickets. Lock in your tickets now and get the best seats for all our home games.
Season ticket members get the best seats, the best prices, playoff priority, and more. Secure your 2022 season tickets with an initial payment of just $200 per seat.
For Bengals season tickets, call the Bengals ticket hotline at 513-621-8383 or go to Bengals.com. Rule the jungle.
Bundling home and car insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? Look for the signs. Do they have a home and or car? Are they saving lots of money? Do they seem unusually happy? Do they have a child named Geico?
Geico, dinner time.
Have they recently purchased a drone? That's unrelated to the Geico thing. I just really like to try one. But if you notice these other things, you may want to ask them how easy it was to bundle with Geico. Bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
Hey, it's Dave Lapham for First Star Logistics, a Bengals sponsor and one of Cincinnati's fastest growing companies. It's where you can score your next great job as a broker agent. It'll be your job to figure out and arrange the best way to ship freight across the country and around the world. First Star gives you a great base salary, plus uncapped commissions. Go for the career win. Learn more at firststarlogistics.com and tell them Lapham sent you.
First Star Logistics, opportunity knocking.
1:35 left in the half. Thanks to the powerful right leg of Evan McPherson, the Bengals have a 9-6 lead. He just drilled one from 54 yards away on a frigid day, and the Bengals are up by 3 here in the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Well, the red zone so far is the twilight zone. Rod Serling. I mean, they can't. A snap in the red zone, and they end up retreating with a penalty and taking a quarterback sack inexplicably. But McPherson, as you said, Dan, with that howitzer hanging off the right hip, bails him out.
Here comes Evans' kickoff from the 35. Launches it extremely high. It is fielded at the goal line, and Hilliard runs it out. He's at the 15, middle of the field, 20, and pulled down by Mitch Wilcox around the 25-yard line. So that's where the Titans will have it. 1:28 remaining in the half. Tennessee is out of timeouts. 27-yard run back by Hilliard. We'll see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do from their own 26.
Now it's a 2-minute drill for the offense, and it's a 2-minute drill for the defense. This is both sides of the football. It's not just an offensive drill at practice, it's a defensive drill as well.
Derrick Henry is not in. The speedier Dontrell Hilliard is. Two receivers to each side of the formation. Tannehill, hands in front of his face mask, catches the snap, throws, and A.J. Brown fell down. He slipped at the 40, and it falls incomplete with 1:26 left in the half.
Boy, he tried to, at the top of his route, get in and out of his cut, and he fell at the feet of Awuzie. And Awuzie toppled over the top of him, but Awuzie did not cause him to hit the turf. He slipped in the turf, and they heated the turf, and now it's cold, so the soft turf is starting to freeze a little bit, and you may see some more slipping.
Second down and 10, Titans from their own 26. Tannehill again extends the hands in front of his face mask, catches the shotgun snap, drops straight back, pump fakes, scrambling, throws, incomplete at the 30-yard line. Excellent coverage by the Bengals on the tight end Ferkser, and it's third down and 10 with 1:19 left in the half.
Trey Flowers, whose role has been in the last few games, the guy that lines up and covers tight ends, did a tremendous job of it right there. All over him, got his right hand in there, across both arms as the ball was there, as it arrived. Excellent play.
It'll be interesting to see if the Titans throw it here and run the risk of an incompletion. That would give the Bengals plenty of time to come back and score again. Third down and 10 from their own 26. Tannehill ready for the shotgun snap. The 33-year-old quarterback has the ball. He's back to throw. Scrambling left. Tannehill will try to run for the first down, and he does not get there.
Nope.
He's tackled 1 yard short at the 35-yard line. We'll see if the Bengals use a timeout with 1:07 left in the half.
And Grable, he's got his punt team configuring themselves on the sideline to get in there to kick the ball away.
The Bengals do use their final timeout. 1:07 left in the half. It is 4th down and 1. And Joe Burrow figures to get the ball back somewhere around the 20-yard line or so with no timeouts left, but a 3-point lead.
You know, I would, if I'm Darren Simmons, I would not necessarily try to block it, but if it does work out that way, I would run a pressure rush, though, right here, and at least make the punter, Kearns, just hurry his technique a little bit and see if he shanks it. You don't want to risk a roughing the punter penalty or anything like that, but I would pressure.
It's actually 4th and 2, not 4th and 1. They spotted Tannehill down at the 34, not the 35. Kern waiting back at the 20 for the long snap from Cox. 1:10 left in the half. Here comes the veteran's punt. Off the side of his foot a bit. Taylor calling for a fair catch. He makes it at the 19-yard line. 62 seconds left. We'll see if Joe Burrow has some more magic in the final minute of the half after that 55-yard punt by Brett Kern.
And this is the 1-minute drill. And I remember in 1-minute drills that we used to run, this first play is key. If you get something done on this first play, now you start to cook with gas a little bit. If you don't, I think the Bengals then decide, you know what, let's go in at halftime and make some adjustments and come back out in the second half. We get the ball to start the second half. Let's not do anything silly here.
Bengals lead it 9-6, 1:02 left in the half. Burrow has thrown for 178 yards, and the Bengals have got nothing out of the running game, 7 yards.
And as a result, they've been sacked 5 times, 7 times, 1 nullified by penalty, 1 nullified by timeout. I mean, the Titans have been ripping up the football field in pass rush because they're saying the Bengals have no running game whatsoever. They're not even really trying to establish a run, and when they do, we're stuffing it. So they've earned the right to rush the passer. Boy, have they done a hell of a job of it. And the big difference in the first half, Dan, is run after catch, yards after catch. Some short throws from Joe Burrow have turned into big plays because his running back and receivers have done a great job after receiving the ball.
In his 3rd NFL game last year in Philadelphia, Joe Burrow was sacked 8 times and hit 18 times. In the first half today, sacked 5 times, hit 7 times.
And again, like you said during the course of the action, those 2 sacks that don't count in the stat sheet, they count on his body. I mean, he's taken punishment. I mean, the toll is adding up here. How many times can he take those hits? The thing I like about him, though, is a lot of quarterbacks, if they get hit that much, you'd see a little bit of, not so sure about this. This dude is tough, competitive. I mean, he's something else now. He just says, all right, keep bringing it. We're going to make plays on you. And that's contagious. It really is.
He took a hard hit on a scramble as well from David Long.
Sure did. Sure did. Yep. I mean, right now, if he doesn't take another hit in the rest of this football game, when he wakes up tomorrow, he's still going to be one sore son of a gun. He has taken some punishment.
Well, if the Bengals can win, he'll get an extra day to recover since they wouldn't play until Sunday next week in either Kansas City or Buffalo. Titans hoping for a home game next week, but the Bengals lead by 3. 62 seconds remaining in the half. The Bengals begin from their own 19-yard line. Shotgun snap, Burrow from the pocket, checks it down, caught at the 18. Mixon trying to get out of bounds, and he will to stop the clock. Gain 4 out to the 23. Run out by cornerback Christian Fulton.
And Joe Mixon did a great job. He chipped initially to help seal the edge with Jonah Williams working against Dupree. He chipped Dupree, then he ran his route. Joe Burrow checked it down to him, and he picked up almost half the yards necessary to move the chain.
That took 6 seconds off the clock. 56 seconds left in the half. Boyd and Chase out to the left. Higgins, who's had a big half, out to the right. Burrow back to throw. He'll fire for Higgins. Caught at the 35. Higgins goes out of bounds.
He dropped it. They're saying incomplete. Never had control. I mean, it certainly looked like he caught that thing. He should have caught it. The ball was right there, and then it was either ripped out of his hands or he lost control of it. But boy, yeah, just punching it, getting after it. He never really fully secured it. And I'll tell you, that's just a good effort staying after it by Jackrabbit Jenkins.
Known for most of his career as Janoris Jenkins, but he says he no longer answers to Janoris. He prefers Jackrabbit. 3rd down and 6. The Bengals at their own 23. Got 49 seconds left in the half. The play clock at 1. Shotgun snap to Burrow. Joe throws high, but hauled in by C.J. Uzomah. He was not able to get out of bounds. He did make the first down catch. The clock is running with 37 seconds left.
And C.J. Uzomah does a great job there of body control, twisting to make that catch. At
the 33-yard line, shotgun snap to Burrow. Joe throws over the middle. It's caught by Mixon. Charges forward. Picks up another first down to the 44. The clock is running with 20 seconds left. Bengals are going to clock it. They'll line up as quickly as they can and spike it to stop the clock with 13 seconds left in the half.
How about this confidence, though? You know, okay, we're going to go get points. We're not going to accept the fact that we're just going to take a knee and get back into the locker room. They were moving the football. I mean, Higgins should have had a catch. They should be further up the football field than they are. So their whole mindset, posture in this football game, Dan, has been an aggressive one. And that's what you have to do in the playoffs. You play to win. You don't play not to lose.
Bengals need about 15 more yards to give Evan McPherson a chance at another long field goal. 13 seconds left. The Bengals are out of timeouts. They're up by 3. Burrow back to throw. Excellent protection. Joe now motioning, scrambling right, looking downfield, throws it out of bounds. There was nobody open, and we're down to 4 seconds to go.
Well, the protection was good because they only rushed 2. They dropped 9 into coverage. Then eventually, Jayon Brown said, I'm going to rush Joe Burrow. When he started to scramble, Jayon Brown dropped down from his linebacker position to be the 3rd man. I mean, literally, they rushed 2 outside guys and dropped 9 guys into coverage. That's why Joe had nowhere to throw the football. He tried to extend and create it with his feet. And that's when the linebacker decided, I'm not going to let you do that. Brown came.
This is interesting. Pro Bowl wide receiver A.J. Brown checks into the game as a Hail Mary defender.
Yes. You want big, strong bodies with good hands? That's that dude right there.
Final play of the half. Burrow back to throw. Short pass over the middle. Caught by Uzomah. Sprinting to the 40, 30, 25. And he gets tackled to end the half.
Garbage yards. Couldn't take them.
And the Bengals will head to the locker room with a 3-point lead. And they will get the ball to begin the 3rd quarter. We invite you to stay tuned for the Kroger Halftime Report. Enjoy free pickup on orders of $35 or more at Kroger. Fresh for everyone. Our halftime score, Cincinnati 9, Tennessee 6. Here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
At Paul Brown Stadium, you're familiar with the main event. But did you know we can host your business meeting, annual gala, or even your wedding reception? We entertain year-round. Our unique and versatile event spaces can accommodate 50 to 1,500 guests for a variety of corporate, nonprofit, and private affairs. For more information about hosting your next event at Paul Brown Stadium, we invite you to visit Bengals.com/events. Again, that's Bengals.com/events.
Tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Bengals weekly radio shows. Visit Bengals.com/broadcast for date, time, and station.
We've been doing our own thing for more than 50 years at Gold Star. All so you can do your own thing. The Coney thing, the veggie thing, the fries thing, the juicy flat top burger thing, the cheesy, crunchy, wrapped up in a tortilla. Can't believe this is a thing. It's not what you'd expect from a neighborhood chili parlor, and we think that's a good thing. At Gold Star, you're invited to come as you are, like what you like, and follow your own recipe.
At Kroger, fresh groceries are our thing, so we do freshness checks on the items in your delivery order at every step of their journey from our farms to our stores, and pick and pack every blue, raz, and strawberry in your free pickup order with the utmost care. Because we believe in treating your food the same way we'd want ours to be treated. It's the golden rule, only for like fresh fruit and stuff. Order now using the mobile app. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
This is the Bengals Radio Network.
Touchdown! Baby!
The halftime report is brought to you by Kroger. At Kroger, it's easy to place your order online and pick up at the store. Try it today at Kroger.com. Ohio Cat, the official construction and equipment partner of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, here's Wayne Box Miller on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Welcome to the Kroger Halftime Report. The halftime score, the Cincinnati Bengals 9, Tennessee Titans 6, thanks to Money McPherson. And don't forget at Kroger, you can save and score big on your game day faves. Plus, you can enjoy delivery or free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Let's get to some highlights. The game started off great for Jesse Bates as he turns the ball over on Tennessee.
Ryan Tannehill under center on 1st and 10. Double tight ends in for Tennessee. Play action fake. Tannehill guns it.
Nice.
Intercepted
Nice.
by Jesse
How
Bates.
about it?
First play of the game, and Jesse Bates, who intercepted Ryan Tannehill last year, picks him off on the very first play of this playoff game.
After the Bengal drive stalled, they call on Evan McPherson for a field goal.
Huber looking back at his young kicker, now turns his head, extends the right hand, catches the snap. The kick is on its way. It is good.
Yes.
And the Bengals are on the scoreboard first. They turn the Jesse Bates interception into the field goal by Evan McPherson.
After the 38-yard field goal, the Bengals defense rises to the occasion and sacks Tannehill.
Tannehill on 3rd and 9, waiting for a shotgun snap. Von Bell looks like he's coming on a blitz. He is. Tannehill back to throw.
Boom,
He gets hit and sacked at the 19. Von Bell was coming. Mike Hilton was coming. And Tannehill goes down.
And the Bengals run a little screen to Jamar Chase, and you know what happens next.
3 receivers right, 2 left. Burrow clapping his hands. Screen pass caught by Chase. Sprinting away from traffic to the 30, the 40, far sideline 50. Jumps over a defender at the 35 and goes down at the Tennessee Titans 28-yard line. Zach.
The Bengals get another field goal, and Tennessee finally gets on the board.
Now they're going to go Wildcat and snap it directly to Derrick Henry. He catches the snap. He runs left, squares up his shoulders, and runs it into the end zone for a 3-yard Tennessee touchdown.
Well, that's a smart play right there.
And the Bengals close out the half. Again, Money McPherson on a 50-plus yard field goal.
From the right hash, from our vantage point, left hash for Evan McPherson. A 54-yard try out of the hold of Kevin Huber, trying to give the Bengals the lead in the final 2 minutes of the half. The snap, the put down, the kick. It has the distance. It is good.
Yes. Wow.
Money Mac from 54 yards away, and the Bengals have taken a 9-6 lead.
And that's how the half ends. We'll be back with more of the Kroger Halftime Report right after this.
At Fifth Third Bank, we're working hard to make banking a Fifth Third better, which means we put 166.7% into everything we do. With over a decade of partnership, Fifth Third and the Cincinnati Bengals are better together. Follow along this season as we highlight better together moments on and off the field, and keep an eye out for chances to win exclusive prizes. To learn more about how we're better together, visit 53.com/Bengals. This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Super Bowl 56 is heading to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and On Location can make your weekend unforgettable. With On Location, you can enjoy epic pre-game parties featuring NFL legends. Choose from an incredible selection of SoFi Stadium seating options, secure hard-to-find accommodations, and get unmatched access through it all. On Location is the official hospitality partner of the NFL and the only way to experience Super Bowl 56. Visit NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl.
Now is your chance to order your 2022 Bengals season tickets. Lock in your tickets now and get the best seats for all our home games.
Season ticket members get the best seats, the best prices, playoff priority, and more. Secure your 2022 season tickets with an initial payment of just $200 per seat.
For Bengals season tickets, call the Bengals ticket hotline at 513-621-8383 or go to Bengals.com. Rule the jungle.
This is Jim Breach, former kicker and all-time leading scorer for the Cincinnati Bengals. This season, the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation will be donating $500 for every made Bengals field goal to help make a positive, lasting change in the battle with mental illness. Up to $10,000 will be donated to 1 in 5, helping the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and you kick the stigma and start the conversation.
Welcome back to the Kroger Halftime Report. Don't forget at Kroger, you can save and score big on your game day phase. Plus, you can enjoy delivery or free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Kroger Fresh for everyone. Coming up later tonight, San Francisco Giants on the road to face the Green Bay Packers. Let's go back to Nissan Stadium with Dan Hoard and Dave Lapham.
All right, Box, thank you. 9-6, Cincinnati at the half. The Bengals will get the ball to begin the third quarter. We'll start with our Tri-Health sideline report. Happy to say, I don't remember anybody leaving with an injury in the first half. Ryan Tannehill looked like maybe something happened to him at some point in the second quarter. The backup quarterback, Logan Woodside, started warming up in the bench area, but Tannehill never came out. Let's get to Lap's second half keys. They're brought to you by the Hillman Group, proud to introduce Key Hero, a free, secure, and simple way to prevent being locked out. Visit your local hardware store to digitally back up your key to the app and say goodbye to lockouts forever.
Got to run the ball a little bit, Dan. Right now they get 7 carries for 7 yards. Joe Mixon, 6 carries, 5 yards. His long was for 5 yards. So the other 5 carries, he got squadoosh. Nothing. 0.8 yards per carry. Come on, man. As a result, Joe Burrow's getting hammered. They are just teeing off the quarterback because there was no run game. They've earned the right to rush the passer because the Bengals can't run it a lick. Joe Burrow has been sacked 5 times. He was sacked 2 other times, nullified by timeout, by penalty, and hit numerous others. He has taken a beating. 24 attempts. He's been hit on at least half of them, I would think. 50% hit ratio on your quarterback, that ain't going to cut it. No way. But he's still 17 for 24, 236 yards, quarterback rating of 102 plus. He is one tough son of a gun, one competitive dude. Higgins, 5 catches for 71 yards. Uzama, 4 for 46. Mixon, 4 for 41. Each one of those guys have a play of over 20 yards. 4 different receivers. The key to the first half, Dan, 4 different receivers have a catch of 20 yards or more. 4 different guys have made a big play. But I'm impressed with the physicality. The Bengals have matched the physicality of the Tennessee Titans on the defensive side of the football. Both defenses are playing aggressively, and they're playing sound. They're hitting the right gaps. They're doing all the right things. Offensively, though, you have to be able to be more balanced. The good news is Henry's only averaged 3 yards a carry. 10 carries, 30 yards. They've only run for 44 yards as a team, 3.4. And Tannehill has a quarterback rating of 44.4 because of the interception. The defense is playing championship football. The offense, Joe Burrow is playing championship competition football. Man, you got to help him. You got to get some kind of running game going. Something.
Cincinnati 9, Tennessee 6 at the half. Back with the second half in a moment on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
USI Insurance Services, Cincinnati's #1 insurance broker. For over 100 years, your Cincinnati USI team has been protecting local businesses and employees. And today, with more than 200 USI offices across the country, we have the resources and the reach to tackle even the most complex insurance needs. Let us show you how the right plan and the right partner can help protect your company's most valuable assets. USI, proud insurance broker of the Cincinnati Bengals.
The law offices of Blake Maceland will fight for you. Call 444-4444. Want more fight? More attention? More compensation? We've recovered millions in auto and injury cases. We don't know what your case is worth until you call. One more call, 444-444-444. Call Blake Maceland.
Medical Mutual knows small businesses are a big deal. That's why they partner with the Council of Smaller Enterprises, better known as COSI, and local chambers of commerce to offer a health benefit option for businesses with 1 to 50 employees. The COSI benefit plan allows small businesses to join together and experience the same great benefits that large corporations do. Talk to your broker or visit medmutual.com/COSE to get started. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cincinnati Bengals, and everything you love.
If you have a kid who loves the Cincinnati Bengals, then the Bengals Kids Club is for you. Kids Club is sponsored by Ohio 529's College Advantage. Visit Bengals.com/kids to register.
Halftime in Nashville, Cincinnati 9, top-seeded Tennessee 6. Here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. This broadcast copyrighted by the Bengals for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or of any descriptions or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited. According to our buddy Jay Morrison, who covers the Bengals for The Athletic, that was the first time in an NFL game this year that a quarterback got sacked 5 times.
In a half.
And the Bengals are leading.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. And like you said, it could have been 7, but 2 of them were nullified by delay game penalty by a timeout.
The Bengals with the only takeaway in the first half, an interception on the very first play of the game by Jesse Bates. The Bengals turned it into a field goal, and right now that's the difference in this game. Cincinnati up 9-6. The Bengals about to get the ball to begin the third quarter.
The difference in the first half was yards after catch, run after catch, whatever you want to term it. That was the difference in the football game for the Bengals.
Randy Bullock ready to kick it to his former team. Randy a Bengal the last 4 years. Chris Evans waiting at the 5 to return. Bullock's kick launched high into the air. It's returnable for Evans. He'll start at the 4-yard line. Near side Numerals to the 15, the 20, sideline 25, 30, and knocked out of bounds just shy of the 35-yard line. A good run back by Chris Evans, tackled by Matthias Fairley, and the Bengals will have one of their better drive starts of the game. They'll have it at the 35 to begin the third quarter.
I saw Amani Hooker, the safety, starting safety who covers kickoffs. He got knocked off his feet on his keister, and I'm thinking, can Evans find that lane? Oh, yeah. Evans found that lane. Hooker was on his butt.
Joe Burrow threw 24 passes in the first half. Joe Mixon ran it 6 times. The Bengals have a 9-6 lead. Burrow back to throw. His pass over the middle caught by Mixon. He's to the 40, the 42, and pulled down just shy of the 43. A gain of about 8. Cincinnati's own David Long with a tackle for Tennessee. They spotted at the 42, so a gain of 7.
That's kind of, in my mind, an extension of the running game. It's like the West Coast offense. You throw to the back, you fake it to, you throw to the back, checking down out of the backfield, and you line up, and it's second down, and you're on schedule. You're ahead of the sticks, not behind them.
Joe Burrow up to 243 passing yards. Second down and 3 at the 42-yard line. Burrow's under center. Be a stretch run to the right. Nixon with blockers in front. Didn't quite get the first down. It looked like he might have had some room to run wide and didn't. It's very close. He's less than a yard away. Be third and about a half a yard.
Yeah, he is, Dan. It's third and a scotch. Boy, C.J. Uzomah, he was trying to block on the perimeter, and the physicality of the Tennessee Titans, he felt there. He got kind of rejected about a yard or 2 back into the backfield.
The Bengals bring in a 6th offensive lineman, rookie Jackson Carman, who is eligible to go out for a pass. He will line up next to right tackle Isaiah Prince. Third down and less than a yard. A very tightly bunched formation by the Bengals. Burrow fakes the mix and throws to Higgins. Makes the catch. Sprinting up the sideline. Tight roping the sideline. And he goes out of bounds after a big gain. So a gutsy call. Higgins out of bounds at the 42 of Tennessee. Chased out by Christian Fulton as the Bengals not only put him in motion on 4th and less than a yard, but threw it to him.
They had made a decision. They were going for it on 4th and 1. You throw it on 3rd down and 1. You're going for it on 4th and 1 if it's incomplete. But that ball was in the air down the football field. Horizontally was in the air for a while, but very little down the field. A lot of yards after reception. 14
yards on that 3rd down and inches play. The Bengals have it at the 44 of Tennessee. Burrow under center. He'll try a stretch run to the left. Mixon fighting through arm tackles. And Joe runs down to the 38-yard line. He picked up 6. One of his best runs of the day. In fact, it was his best run of the day.
Yeah, he had 5 yards, which was his longest carry in the first half. He averaged 0.8 yards per carry, not even a yard. He had a 5-yard carry. And then on the other 4 carries, he got nothing. So that's big. The offensive line coming off the ball a lot better. They're getting some push at the line of scrimmage.
Opening drive of the third quarter. The Bengals leading by 3, 9-6. They have it at the 38 of Tennessee after starting at their own 35. Burrow's under center on 2nd and 4. They'll run it right. Mixon finds a hole up the middle. He's got the first down and more as he gets tackled at the 28. A 10-yard run for Joe Mixon.
Knowing Joe Mixon, I'm sure he got up at halftime and gave an impassioned talk to his offensive line, himself, everybody. And that he made a nice cut right there. Great vision by Joe Mixon. Good blocking up front. I'm telling you, they are stymieing the Tennessee Titans penetration that was so evident in the first half.
Burrow in the shotgun, Mixon to his right. Chase out to the right. Boyd and Higgins out to the left. 1st and 10 at the 28 of Tennessee. Burrow catches the shotgun snap, drops back 5 steps, and gets sacked. He's brought down at the 35, sack number 6.
Jeez. I mean, that's Simmons. He's a great one. There's no question about it. 8.5 sacks during the regular season. And you talk about a bull rush. He just took Adeniji and pushed him backwards 5 yards and threw him to the turf like he was Raggedy Andy. I mean, that's unbelievable for that kind of a bull. What you have to do, if you feel that you're going backwards like that on skates, drop down and cut him. Cut him. Don't let him do that to you.
Samaje Perine checks in at running back after a 7-yard sack. 2nd and 17. Burrow catches a shotgun snap. Short to the middle, caught by Uzama. CJ runs over 2 Titans. One of those guys is not getting up. Uzama makes it down to the 23 for a 12-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, CJ Uzama said, I'm not going down. I'm going to dish out some punishment, and that is Long. It's David Long. It is 51 on his backside.
Yeah, rolling around on his back as the medical staff comes racing out for Tennessee. That creates a 3rd down and 5 after that 12-yard gain by C.J. Uzama. He's up to 46 receiving yards in this game.
And, now you're 3rd and at least manageable. When you were sitting there at 2nd down in a bunch, C.J. Uzama said, I'll take this little check down deal and I'll turn it up the football field and get some yards and get after it. The Bengals now are 5 for 10 on 3rd down. They've converted once already on this drive.
It also makes it a much easier field goal potentially if the Bengals get stopped on 3rd down. And, of course, as we said earlier, Joe Burrow can't take a sack. Now, he did the last time the Bengals were in this situation, lost 12, and McPherson bailed him out with a 54-yard field goal.
Right.
Long is on his feet and walking under his own power and now jogging toward the Titans sideline, so he appears to be okay.
How about the Bengals, though? Another first drive in the 3rd quarter that is amazing. I mean, at the end of the half, 2 minutes to go in the half, and first possession in the 3rd quarter, they have been amongst the best in the National Football League in taking full advantage and converting into points.
Yeah, in the so-called middle 8, final 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 of the second half, they are tied for the NFL lead in point differential with the Dallas Cowboys. They've outscored teams by more than 50 points in that so-called middle 8, end of the first half, start of the second.
And in the 3rd quarter is where the Bengals have shined. They've scored 102 points and allowed only 40. They're plus 62. 40 points allowed in the 3rd quarter, 2nd fewest in the National Football League. And they've shut teams out in the 3rd quarter, 4 straight football games. Let's see if the defense can step up and do that again in this one.
David Long will be out for at least a play. Bengals looking at 3rd down and 5 at the 23 of Tennessee.
And again, the problem the Bengals had obviously is red zone. They've settled for field goals. The Bengals are on the cusp of the red zone once again. If they do get into the red zone on this 3rd down conversion and convert to a first down, will they finalize? They were looking at, one official was looking at the monitor, checking something out. For the longest time, he's now just jogging back to his position on the football field. It's taken him a little while.
Samaje Perine, who has become the Bengals' primary third down back, is into the game. He'll go out as a wide receiver out widest to the left, outside of Jamar Chase, who lines up in the slot. Boyd, Uzama, and Higgins are out to the right. An empty backfield, and now that's going to change as Perine will motion into the backfield. Single high safety for Tennessee. Looks like the Titans are going to blitz. Burrow stomps the right foot. Perine goes in motion. Burrow back to throw. Here comes the rush. Steps up. Burrow takes off and runs. Nice. He's got the first down as Joey Franchise runs to the 16. A 7-yard scramble. Gives the first down signal and drops the ball after scrambling into the Gold Star red zone for a first down.
I'm telling you, he's been hit a bunch, but he says, yeah, the heck with that. I'm diving for the first down. Forget this sliding junk. I am going to dive and make sure that the ball is advanced as far as I can advance it and make sure that I get that first down. Joe Burrow is one competitive, tough man.
The Bengals have taken more than 5 minutes off the clock on this drive. They have it at the 16 of Tennessee. Burrow under center, Mixon back in at running back. It's a run to the right for Mixon. Cuts back to the left. He's at the 10. Toward the pylon at the 5. High stepping into the end zone. Yes. Touchdown. Yes. Joe Mixon and the Bengals. And Cincinnati adds to a 3-point lead.
And what they did that time, Dan, the cutback lane was big for Joe Mixon. He read it out. Was an inside zone to the right. And he broke it back all the way behind center and left guard. And very, very similar to the touchdown run that he had in Las Vegas against the Raiders in the fourth quarter. He ran for a 20-yard touchdown or 21-yard touchdown there. This one for 23, and it was very similar in call and execution.
Bengals' first touchdown caps a 65-yard drive. The extra point by Evan Money Mac McPherson is perfect. And the Cincinnati Bengals have a 10-point third quarter lead on the road in Nashville. We'll take a timeout. 9:34 left in the third quarter. 16-6 Cincinnati on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Super Bowl 56 is heading to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and On Location can make your weekend unforgettable. With On Location, you can enjoy epic pre-game parties featuring NFL legends. Choose from an incredible selection of SoFi Stadium seating options, secure hard-to-find accommodations, and get unmatched access through it all. On Location is the official hospitality partner of the NFL and the only way to experience Super Bowl 56. Visit NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl.
You focus on your day-to-day life, and at TriHealth, we'll be focused on your day-to-day health. So you handle the daily caffeination. We'll handle the yearly vaccination. You handle the grocery checkouts. We'll handle the physical checkup. You find a plumber to fix the drains. We'll provide a doctor to fix the sprains. And while you handle the car maintenance, we'll handle the you maintenance. You'll face challenges and enjoy good health along the way. And TriHealth will be with you for it all.
If you have a kid who loves the Cincinnati Bengals, then the Bengals Kids Club is for you. Kids Club is sponsored by Ohio 529's College Advantage. Visit Bengals.com/kids to register.
At Kroger, fresh groceries are our thing. So we do freshness checks on the items in your delivery order at every step of their journey from our farms to our stores. And pick and pack every blue, raz, and strawberry in your free pickup order with the utmost care. Because we believe in treating your food the same way we'd want ours to be treated. It's the golden rule, only for like fresh fruit and stuff. Order now using the mobile app. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
9.5 minutes to go. Third quarter. The Bengals have taken a 10-point lead. 16-6 here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Are you ready to take control of your career? First Star Logistics offers you the highest commissions in the industry as a logistic account executive. Learn more at firststarlogistics.com/careers or call 513-675-6120. Boy, Dan, the offensive line that only averaged 0.8 yards per carry, less than one in the first half, came out in the third quarter. I'm sure Frank Pollock, Zach Taylor, Coach Callahan, Joe Mick, I'm sure a lot of guys had something to say. They came out and ran the ball down the Titans' throat on that drive.
Joe Mixon, who did virtually nothing in the first half, at least on running plays, had 4 carries for 34 yards on that 65-yard touchdown drive. Here comes the kickoff from McPherson. hammers it into the end zone, and Hilliard will not run it back. In fact, McPherson launched it past the back of the end zone for a touchback. A couple of third down conversions on that drive for Cincinnati, including a 14-yard pass to Higgins on 3rd and inches, and the big 7-yard scramble by Burrow on 3rd down and 5.
That was big, and the way he finished that I thought was big. I mean, that's kind of a message to your teammates. I'm staying after this, boys. You come with me. I'll take you there.
Titans line up in the I on 1st and 10 from their own 25. Henry is the tailback, rushed for 30 yards on 10 carries in the first half. A.J. Brown motions. They give it to Henry, trying to turn the left corner. He's at the 30 and gets pulled down near the 35. He stopped 1 yard short of a Tennessee first down.
Yeah, he bounces the outside, and Awuzie was in a one-on-one situation with him there, and that's a disconcerting scenario. He also got blocked. He also got hit, but Awuzie and Bates combined to bring him to the turf and picked up a good 8+.
2nd and 1 Titans at their own 34. The Bengals leading 16-6. 9 minutes left, third quarter. Tannehill under center, turns left, gives it to Henry, and Henry has the first down. Didn't get much. T.J. Reader tripped him up first as he approached the line of scrimmage, but Henry gained about 3, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 37 for Tennessee.
I think to the surprise of everybody, with Derrick Henry starting the game for the first time since Halloween, the fact that Tennessee threw the ball surprised people, and Bates picked it off. Here they're down 10, and the third quarter is melting away, and they're staying with the running game. They're down 2 scores, and they're staying with Henry. Very interesting.
1st and 10 at the 37 for the Titans. The ball is on the left hash mark. Tannehill appears to be changing the play or the protection. He's under center with Henry lined up 7 yards behind. They'll hand it to Henry running left. He's got a hole to the 40, the 45. Von Bell makes the tackle. 8 yards on the run for Derrick Henry.
You can't backdoor your gap responsibility. You have to play over the face of the lineman. And B.J. Hill that time backdoored it a little bit, and he paid a price. Then you lose control of your gap control responsibility.
Henry out, Deontay Foreman in. 2nd down and 1 after a 9-yard run by Derrick Henry. Clock running, 7:42 to go, third quarter. The Bengals on top by 10 after a 16-yard touchdown run by Nixon. Here's Foreman charging up the middle of the field. He's to the Bengals 40, still running at the 35. Eli Apple trying to save the touchdown. 15, 10, and Mike Hilton runs down the play and makes the tackle for Cincinnati at the 10-yard line.
And I'll tell you, Foreman is 6'1", 236 pounds. And he's got speed and quickness. This guy, if he were 6'3", he weighed 250 like Henry. Same type of run as Joe Mixon. Little cutback run. Jesse Bates misses the tackle. Then it's off to the races he goes. And Apple gets blocked by Jones, Julio Jones. And it ends up 1st and goal.
44 yards on the run. 1st and goal from the 10. No passes so far on this drive. Foreman stays in at running back. There's a pass deflected. Intercepted by Hilton. Sprinting away from Tannehill. And the quarterback is able to make the tackle. Mike Hilton jumping up from the slot corner position. Batted the ball into the air. Intercepted it and ran it back to the 39. There's a penalty flag down after the play.
Boy, I'll tell you, what an individual star play by Mike Hilton. Great players make big plays. And Mike Hilton read that out. And boy, I tell you what, Tannehill just never even really considered him as a factor in the equation. Mike Hilton goes airborne, tips it to himself.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on Cincinnati number 20 for taunting. It's a 15-yard penalty from the end. First down, Cincinnati. And that's number 20's first foul towards the disqualification.
The big return is nullified. He taunted, they marked it off from the spot where he was taunting an opponent, and now the Bengals have the ball back at their 24-yard line. It cost them a ton of yards. What a play by Hilton, though. And he takes it up the football field. But all of this return yardage effort goes for naught because Eli Apple lost control and taunted, and he taunted Tannehill, and the officials threw the flag on him immediately. Can't do that.
6:41 left in the third quarter. The Bengals leading 16-6. So the Titans stuck with the running game, moved from their own 25 down to the 10 with no passing plays. Then they attempted their first pass on the drive. Hilton, coming from a slot corner blitz, jumped up, batted the ball in the air, intercepted it, and the Bengals avoid giving up points in the red zone.
First play of the game, first pass of the game for Tannehill, interception. First pass for Tannehill in the second half, interception. Tannehill, first throws of each half to start the game and to start the second half, end up with the opponent. Man, how about the Bengals? +2 in the turnover department. Now that's where you have to be. That's what you have to do on the road. Turnover margin is huge.
So the Bengals are going to have it at their own 24 after the penalty took away a lot of the run back by Mike Hilton, but Bengals have the ball back. That's the most important thing after the Titans had it first and goal at the 10.
Yeah, and all those yards, all those snaps, the offense moving the football, get nothing out of it. The drive ends with a turnover. The defense right back out on the field after giving up a touchdown drive that was finalized by a very physical run by Joe Mixon and his offensive line. See if the Bengals can apply the pressure. In playoff games like this, you want to apply the pressure. You don't want to feel the pressure. The Bengals are up 10, then they apply the pressure.
Joe Burrow with a passer rating of 104.9. Ryan Tannehill now at 31.5. 7 for 14, 50%. 92 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks for the 33-year-old 10-year veteran quarterback.
I wonder if Woodside's going to start warming up again. I noticed he was throwing pretty vigorously coming out of the locker room at halftime. Tannehill might be hurting a little bit, and as this game progresses, if he continues to struggle, might see Woodside. Who knows?
Bengals huddling up, getting ready for a 1st and 10 play from their own 24. 6:41 left in the third quarter. Joe Burrow will be under center. Mixon is the running back. Chase and Boyd out to the right. Higgins out to the left. The ball is on the left hash mark. 1st and 10 Bengals from the 24. Burrow touches both sides of his helmet. Now the Bengals receivers do the same thing. They know that he's adjusted from one play to another. From the 24, Burrow takes the snap, hands it to Mixon. High stepping his way across the 25, and he'll be brought down after a gain of about a yard.
Boy, and that time Shane Bowen brought his safety down into the box. It was almost like a run blitz from the safety position. I mean, he came downhill and tried to be a huge factor in that play immediately and be one more than the offensive line can block, have him be a free runner to the running back.
2nd and 9 Bengals at their own 25. They'll go empty as Mixon goes out widest to the right. He's very close to the sideline. 3 receivers out to the right, 2 out to the left. Burrow catches the shotgun snap, dumps it off quickly to Chase. Chase picks up a few and then gets swarmed down around the 28. Gain of about 2 yards for Jamar Chase on the quick flip from Burrow. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Tempers are starting to get a little short out there, and that's what you expect in a competitive game like this. Final 8 teams, Elite 8, trying to get it to the Final 4. The Bengals are now 6 for 11 on 3rd down. Can they convert this and extend this drive? Remember, the Tennessee Titans, 2nd in the NFL in time of possession. The Bengals are winning time of possession in this game.
The Bengals will go empty. Now P. Ryan is going to motion into the backfield and help block for Joe Burrow. 3rd down and 6. Bengals at their own 28. Burrow catches the shotgun snap. Quick throw. Caught and dropped by Higgins. He got hit after making the catch, or coming close to the catch near the 1st down marker. Reached up over his head to grab it, then got jarred and lost the ball.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they don't quit on the pass on that snap anyway. Fulton made the big hit. And you got to try to put it away. He did. You got to get it tucked away as quickly as you possibly can. You can't waste any time in that regard. He got hit high by Fulton and out in the midsection by a teammate.
Huber will punt. Chester Rogers back to return. 5:09 left in the 3rd quarter. The Bengals leading 16-6. Snap is perfect. Huber takes his time, punts it away. Rogers running forward. He will catch it and get tackled immediately. Trey Flowers sprinting down the field to make the tackle around the 28-yard line. We'll take a timeout. 5 minutes left in the third. Cincinnati up by 10 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Frank's Red Hot is the perfect blend of flavor and heat, so you can put that on everything.
Like buffalo wings.
Everything.
Buffalo nachos.
Everything.
Buffalo mac and cheese?
Yes, and also things that don't start with buffalo. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Super Bowl 56 is heading to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and On Location can make your weekend unforgettable. With On Location, you can enjoy epic pre-game parties featuring NFL legends. Choose from an incredible selection of SoFi Stadium seating options, secure hard-to-find accommodations, and get unmatched access through it all. On Location is the official hospitality partner of the NFL and the only way to experience Super Bowl 56. Visit NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl.
Drive the best pre-owned vehicles. Drive with a return policy, warranty, and roadside assistance. Drive Honda Certified. Award-winning new vehicles from Honda. Make the best pre-owned vehicles with Honda Certified. Save with 0.99% financing on certified pre-owned Accords, Civics, HRVs, CRVs, and Pilots. Honda, certified to drive. Search your local Honda dealer now. With approved Tier 1 to 3 credit, 2017 to 21 models. See dealer for financing details. Offer ends 2/28/22.
At Paul Brown Stadium, you're familiar with the main event. But did you know we can host your business meeting, annual gala, or even your wedding reception? We entertain year-round. Our unique and versatile event spaces can accommodate 50 to 1,500 guests for a variety of corporate, nonprofit, and private affairs. For more information about hosting your next event at Paul Brown Stadium, we invite you to visit Bengals.com/events. Again, that's Bengals.com/events.
You can get the latest Bengals news, feature stories from Ohio's co-sports writer of the year, Jeff Butch Hobson, and access your tickets by downloading the official Bengals app presented by Fifth Third Bank. 5 minutes left, third quarter. Cincinnati leading Tennessee 16-6 here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Yeah, and I'm sure at halftime it was talked about, look, the best way to help alleviate the pressure Joe Burrow's feeling with 5 quarterback sacks and multiple other hits, run the football successfully. The Tennessee Titans have earned the right to rush the passer. You've got to take it away from them. You've got to pound them in the running game. And the Bengals have done that in the third quarter.
Mixon has 40 rushing yards now. Derrick Henry has 51. First and 10 Titans from their own 28. Tannehill under center, takes the snap, turns around, gives it to Derrick Henry. And the King manages to run out to the 32 for a gain of 4. Brought down by Von Bell, who's been very active today. Clock running, 4:46 left in the third.
I think that Lou Anarumo and the defensive staff did a masterful job of putting a very aggressive game plan together. And the Bengals defense has responded more snaps than not.
2nd and 6. They'll feed it to the King again. Henry runs out to the 38. Picked up about 5. I think it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
I think now it's a situation, Dan, the coaches are like, hey, King, we're down 10. You got to go out there and run the ball. I mean, you know, if we don't do something fast, we're not going to have to worry about you anymore. Our season's over. How do you feel? If you feel okay, we are going to give you the rock.
Very generous spot in a first down for Tennessee. Khalid Kareem made the tackle on Derrick Henry. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 38 for the Titans. Cincinnati up 16-6. 3:46 to go, third quarter. Tannehill takes the snap, fakes a handoff, drops back to throw, looking left. He's going to throw it deep down the middle of the field. A.J. Brown wide open. He makes the catch, and Eli Apple touches him after he goes to the ground at the 22-yard line.
Boy, you got to shrink the space there. I mean, Eli Apple and Rouzier, their two guys were back deep, but there was huge space between the two of them.
Rouzier fell down.
Oh, yeah, he did. He slipped and fell. And A.J. Brown just stood there in front of Eli Apple and said, I can fair catch this thing. The ball's in the air so long. 40
yards on the play. 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 22. Tannehill under center, turns left, gives it to Henry. Nailed by Logan Wilson. Tackled after a 1-yard run.
Well, that's a picture-perfect form tackle. From downhill, with your pads low, slam him into the midsection, wrap him up, take him to the ground. And that's a big back that he did that to. Logan Wilson's shoulder must feel just fine, thank you.
Derrick Henry out. Initially, Deontay Foreman checked in, but now he'll come out, and Dontrell Hilliard will be the running back. 2nd down and 9 at the Cincinnati 21. 2:27 left in the third quarter. Tight end Ferkser goes in motion, first left and back to the right. Ryan Tannehill will drop back to throw. Under pressure, his pass bobbled and dropped by A.J. Brown. And it's 3rd down and 9.
And Logan Wilson swats at the football because when A.J. Brown juggled it, he thought if I break on it, I can pick it off. And he made a break on it, came up just short. Made a diving attempt to try to come up with the football, but just could not stay in the air long enough. He was obviously thinking takeaway there.
2 tight ends out, 2 wide receivers in. Julio Jones and Chester Rogers check in for Tennessee.
1 for 5 on 3rd down are the Titans, Dan, and this is 3rd and 9.
A.J. Brown out to the left. Chester Rogers and Julio Jones out to the right. Julio Jones appears to be confused.
Oh, that's a little early.
Tennessee has to call the timeout. Julio Jones, now there's a penalty flag on the far side of the field.
Tennessee takes its first timeout. Quisenberry jumped at right tackle. I don't know if it was before the timeout or not, but he went to his pass set and retreated.
Julio Jones was holding his arms up as if to say, what are we doing here? And the timeout was called before the penalty.
Okay. Big 3rd down and 9 still. The Bengals, the Titans aren't even in the red zone yet. They're outside the red zone, just outside the 21-yard line. The Bengals can hold here and limit this to nothing but a field goal opportunity. Maybe Bullock's calf will act up on it.
It is cold.
It is cold. And, you can pull both calves.
2 receivers to each side of the formation. Hilliard in the backfield. Now Ferkser motions right. 3 receivers to that side. A.J. Brown alone out to the left. Awuje on him. Tannehill catches the shotgun snap. Looking, throws. Hilliard with a catch. Tackled short of the first down. Pratt and Wilson were right there. They make the stop on Hilliard at the 16. And the Titans will settle for a field goal try from Randy Bullock.
They're now 1 for 6 on 3rd down, and they were 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 7. They convert on 3rd and 3, then 3rd and 10, then 3rd and 9. Both defenses doing a great job of getting the opposing offenses into 3rd and long situations.
This will be a 34-yard try for the 32-year-old veteran and former Cincinnati Bengal, Randy Bullock. The snap, the put down, the right-footed kick. It is good, and Randy Bullock makes it a 7-point game. Cincinnati up 16-9. We'll take a timeout. 1:36 left in the third on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Doing our own thing for more than 50 years at Gold Star. All so you can do your own thing. The Coney thing. The veggie thing. The fries thing. The juicy flat-top burger thing. The cheesy, crunchy, wrapped up in a tortilla? Can't believe this is a thing. It's not what you'd expect from a neighborhood chili parlor, and we think that's a good thing. At Gold Star, you're invited to come as you are, like what you like, and follow your own recipe.
A new Toyota is ready for anything with 15 different all-wheel drive vehicles, including the rugged new Tacoma, with new vehicles arriving daily. Now through January 31st during Toyota's Winter Savings Event, get 2.49 APR financing on an exciting new 22 Camry all-wheel drive with approved credit, or get $500 APR cash on any new 22 Sienna Hybrid or all-wheel drive Venza Hybrid when financed through TFS. Get details at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Chris Evans returning the Randy Bullock kickoff. He crosses the 30, the 35, the 40, and the Bengals rookie makes it all the way out to the 41-yard line. So an excellent run back by Evans after a short kick by Randy Bullock. The Bengals leading 16-9, 1:28 left in the third here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Not only short, but very little hang time. And Evans caught it in full momentum going up the football field north and south, and he just ran right between the hash marks for big yards.
Bengals are going to have Samaje Perine on the field and a 6th offensive lineman, Jackson Carman. So they're coming out with a big personnel group. The only wide receiver is Jamar Chase. He goes out to the left. C.J. Uzomah now will motion and go out on the left side as well. Joe Burrow under center, takes the snap, fakes a handoff. Burrow wants to throw. His pass off the fingertips of Pirine, intercepted on a deflection, and the Titans will take over. Amani Hooker catching the ricochet, and Tennessee is going to have it at the Cincinnati 27-yard line.
A very catchable football, accurately thrown. Pirine lets it split his hands. Hooker makes a great play on, that's close. You're going to have to review that. Did that hit the ground? I wonder if it hit the ground or not. I mean, it's like, did he pick that up off the ground? Or did he didn't get his hands under the ball. Did the ball touch the ground? Well, we're going to have to take a look. That one, I think, is reviewable.
The tip of the football was on the ground.
Yes, it was.
As Amani Hooker was making the interception.
Yep. I mean, he dragged it on the ground. That's an incomplete pass. It looked like it dragged grass. You got to challenge that bad boy. He didn't have his hands underneath it, obviously, and he's taking the top half of the football and didn't hit the ground. Ooh, boy, that's close.
I think it's an interception.
That's close.
I think he had control, and then the tip of the ball touches the ground. That's my belief. Hope to be wrong.
Boy, I'll tell you it's almost simultaneous. Does he have the football? And then it's on the ground. I mean, it's like simultaneous. Does the ground help him secure the football? That one angle where you're on a 45-degree angle looking up toward the football, it looks like it's on the grass. But as we talk about it, it's so close, is an indisputable evidence to overturn the call. The call in the field is interception. Will it stay interception? If they review it. And they are reviewing it because it's a turtle. It looked like, to me, on that one shot, that 45-degree angle shot, it looks like he has hands on the top half of the football, and it looks like he dragged it across some grass, but I guess maybe I'm hoping against hope.
Some Bengals offensive linemen are walking out onto the field. Maybe wishful thinking on their part. We'll see. 4 of the 5 offensive linemen are out there. If it is a pick, if the interception stands, it would be the first in 6 games for Joe Burrow.
Boy, the ball, it basically, the tip of the ball disappears. So it's got to have gone into the grass if it disappears. I mean, it doesn't just deflate and then inflate again. I mean, it's like, that is, bottom line is, no matter what the call ends up being, that is one hell of a play by Amani Hooker. I mean, to break on that football and to make it that close of a play, and Samaje Perine sick to his stomach right now, but maybe the call, if it overturns it, he'll have some Rolaids and he'll calm his stomach down.
If it is an interception, it would end a streak of 209 passes without a pick for Joe Burrow. And again, it wasn't his fault. It was right off the hands of Samaje Perine.
And that's why I hope that it's overturned and it's an incompletion, because I'd hate to see him end the streak on a throw like that. It was a great throw. Samaje Perine boxed it up.
Joe Burrow standing on the playing field. Several of the offensive linemen are out there right with the defensive players waiting for this ruling after a very long replay review. It's a tough call to make.
The key is, to your point, Dan, did the ground help him possess it, or did he have enough possession of the ball before scraping it along the ground?
Here comes the call.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called.
It stands.
Tennessee.
I wonder if that were in Cincinnati, if it would have stood.
Bengals fans looking through Joe Burrow tinted glasses are obviously going to say they got it wrong. I think they got it right. I really do. Titans have it at the Bengals 27.
Bottom line is, in a call like that, Dan, I go with the effort of the player, and it was outstanding effort by Hooker.
Tannehill under center. Derrick Henry is the running back. Cincinnati up by 7, third quarter, 1:19 to go. It's a run to the right. What a tackle in the backfield by Sam Hubbard as he lunges at the feet of the King and brings him down for a 1-yard loss.
That was the cherry on the sundae. The sundae was how he beat the lineman up front and got the penetration he got. Shot the gap. Just came out of it like out of the barrel of a gun. Gets in the backfield and to finish it off with a big force like that. Great play, Hubbard.
Henry out, Hilliard in. We know how great the Bengals defense has been this year in sudden change situations after turnovers. Hendrickson come charging into the offensive backfield. Question is, was he pulled by Lawan?
Yes, he was.
Offense number 60.
And they finally called Lawan because he's been flinching over there, and then he's come early into his pass sets very frequently and has not been called.
They called it on Ben Jones, the center.
Yeah, he did. He flinched. He flinched his left arm, and he started to stay. He turned around to Tannehill like, Ryan, what are you doing? I mean, he fooled him on the snap count, and Ben Jones started the process and then stopped it. You can't do that.
Second down and 16 after a 1-yard loss on a run and a 5-yard penalty. Tannehill in the gun. Hilliard to his right. Tannehill drops back to throw, looking, firing toward the end zone. A.J. Brown comes down with the ball.
Wow.
Touchdown,
Wow.
Tennessee. There were 2 defenders there, and Tannehill thread the needle to A.J. Brown.
Boy, you have Awuzie and Bell over the top. Cover 2. And to make that throw is incredible. And for Brown to make the catch, he made a little double move. He looked like he was going to run across her, then took off. And Bell could not get over the top. Awuzie never really found the football. Awuzie never turned to find the ball. He and Brown are chicken fighting with their hands, and he makes the catch for a touchdown. What a play.
The Bengals lead is 1. Randy Bullock in to try to tie it with a 33-yard PAT. He's missed 3 points after this year. The snap, the put down, and the kick. It is good, and the Bengals' 10-point lead is gone. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. 16 all is the score.
Well, you have a turnover, a short field as a result of the turnover. The Bengals are still +1 in the turnover department, but that interception was killer. And again, no fault to Joe Burrow. Put the ball where he was supposed to, made a read. Unfortunately, Samaje Perine couldn't secure the football and split his hands. And Hooker made one hell of a play to make the interception.
10 points in a span of about 1 minute and 21 seconds.
Well, that's what turnovers will do to you. Man, they can equalize a lot of evils. You know, I mean, they can rectify a lot of evils in a football game, that's for sure.
16-16 the score. Bullock will kick it off. See if Evans gets another opportunity and a long run back. 122 receiving yards on 4 catches for A.J. Brown. Every catch has been for a big gain. The kick. Very high this time. Evans will start from just outside the end zone, running toward the left side numerals, gets to the 20, and gets knocked down at the 21-yard line.
Well, the Tennessee Titans feel like they have the same thing as the Bengals. We have Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. Which one are you going to double? If you're going to double both of them, we got other weapons to go to. So which one are you going to double? And even though they doubled A.J. Brown, the double wasn't that effective. Von Bell could not get over the top. Awuzie didn't find the football. Tannehill threw a beautiful ball.
A 2-play, 27-yard touchdown drive after the interception by Amani Hooker. Burrow in the gun, Mixon to his left. The Bengals start from their own 20. 9 seconds left, third quarter. Crowd going nuts here in Nashville. Short throw over the middle, caught 5 yards up the field by C.J. Uzomah. He gets about 2 more up to the 27, and that'll be the final play of the quarter. The Bengals will have it 2nd and 3 when the fourth quarter begins, tied at 16 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Super Bowl 56 is heading to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and On Location can make your weekend unforgettable. With On Location, you can enjoy epic pre-game parties featuring NFL legends. Choose from an incredible selection of SoFi Stadium seating options, secure hard-to-find accommodations, and get unmatched access through it all. On Location is the official hospitality partner of the NFL and the only way to experience Super Bowl 56. Visit NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl.
If you're looking for a new job, look no further. AE Door and Window is currently looking to fill positions on our installation team. Apply today to find out about a sign-on bonus. We offer 401k, health, vision, and dental insurance, as well as a Christmas bonus program. Visit any of the 3 AE Door locations and fill out an application, or you can send your resume to jobs@aedorsales.com. That's jobs@aedorsales.com.
We sell the best and service the rest. AE.
This is Jim Breach, former kicker and all-time leading scorer for the Cincinnati Bengals. This season, the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation will be donating $500 for every made Bengals field goal to help make a positive, lasting change in the battle with mental illness. Up to $10,000 will be donated to 1 in 5, helping the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and you kick the stigma and start the conversation.
The chant ripples through the tailgating crowd, faces painted orange and black. The air is rich with the smell of grilling and the sound of joyous anticipation. These burgers and dogs are served on delicious ballpark buns and rolls, toasted golden brown over the flames. They complement the flavor perfectly, each bite a testament to the grill master's skill. Surely this will win Ballpark Griller of the Game.
Geico would like to single out a special group of customers and say thank you to all military personnel who serve our country. You've been an important part of what Geico does for 85 years. On to the fourth quarter in a tied playoff game here in Nashville. Exactly what you expect in the NFL postseason. 16-16 the score. Bengals ball at their own 27, where it'll be second down and 3.
I guess final thought on the Amani Hooker play. The grass stand did not help him make the catch. He just brushed the grass with the football. So I think that's the reason that they said the call is going to stand. And there was some debate going on there, obviously, but in the final analysis, that's the call.
Bengals bring in an extra tight end. They have it second down and 3 at their own 27. Jamar Chase goes out wide to the right. The running back is Mixon. Burrow hands it to Joe Mixon. Finds a hole right side. Great block by Chase. Joe. Mixon charging up the sideline. And he'll run out of bounds at the 40. A 13-yard run for Joe. And the Bengals have a first down at the 40-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Bengals Radio Network.
Hey, it's Kid Chris every weekday morning at 7:25. The segment will fumble through your sports update. Something to look forward to on the Kid Chris Show.
102.7 WEBN, Cincinnati.
53 yards from Mixon now. Clock running, 14:27 to go, fourth quarter in a tie game. First and 10 Bengals at their own 40. Two receivers left, one right. Burrow fakes a handoff. Short pass. Chase with the catch. Gets away from two defenders. Sprinting downfield into Titans territory. And chased out of bounds at the Tennessee 39-yard line. 21 yards to Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase just outran the football geometry. I mean, they had an angle they thought on him, but he outran the angle, and they ended up knocking each other off the play.
Keystone Cops.
They have two guys, one blocks the other right off the play because Jamar Chase is so fast and so strong. He just distorted football geometry.
Three catches, 82 yards for numero uno. The Bengals have it at the 39 of Tennessee. First and 10 Cincinnati. This drive started back at the Bengals 20. Cincinnati shifting with the play clock at 3. Burrow under center. It's at 1. He takes the snap. He hands it to Mixon, and Joe will get blown up for a loss.
Boy, they all came downhill on that one, including linebacker Zach Cunningham. But man, the defensive line, they attacked the line of scrimmage. They penetrated and disrupted.
How much of a factor was the play clock being at 1 and the Bengals just running up to the line and snapping the ball.
Dan, that's happened. I can think of at least 3 times. And I agree with you. As a former player, when you're fighting the clock as well as the opponent, that's a tough scenario, man. You don't feel confident coming off the ball.
Officially a 2-yard loss. The Bengals go empty backfield on 2nd and 12 at the Tennessee 41. Burrow catches the shotgun snap, fakes a screen, now throws it short, caught by Chase. Chase gets away from one hit and uses his strength and his speed to make it down to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it's 3rd down and 4 for the Bengals. They are within the long field goal range of Evan McPherson.
Elijah Molden probably couldn't believe the football geometry. 6 of 12 on 3rd down of the Bengals going into this one. Elijah Molden took an angle where he thought he could tackle Chase about 3 yards up the field. Then he did, but Chase distorted it.
306 passing yards for Burrow. Huge 3rd down and 3 play here. The Titans showing blitz. Burrow ready, empty backfield, catches the shotgun snap, in trouble. Burrow sacked at the 50 by Bud Dupree, an 18-yard loss.
Unbelievable. At some point you got to step up and just throw it away. You can't continue to serpentine backwards and think that you're going to juke guys and outrun guys. At some point you have to step up and give up on the play. And man, Joe Burrow, he felt the heat initially from Landry, and then Dupree finished it. I mean, it was ugly.
Was Landry blocked at all?
They had 7 at the line of scrimmage, and for the first time that I can remember the whole game, they brought 6 of them, and he wasn't.
It's such a big loss. The Bengals are out of field goal range. Huber punts it very high and extremely short. Fielded at the 17-yard line by Rodgers with a fair catch. The Titans get the ball back in a tie game. We'll take a break. 11:18 to go. 16 all the score on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, football is back! So consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan, not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Whenever you're feeling good and hungry, it's Skyline time. Gather together with friends and family. It's Skyline time.
My go-to order at Skyline is 3 cheese conies all the way. You can't beat that combination of flavors. When I get that coney craving, I know it's Skyline time.
Bundling home and car insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? Look for the signs. Do they have a home and or car? Are they saving lots of money? Do they seem unusually happy? Do they have a child named Geico?
Geico, dinner time!
Have they recently purchased a drone? That's unrelated to the Geico thing. I just really like to try one. But if you notice these other things, you may want to ask them how easy it was to bundle with Geico. Bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
Ohio Cat is proud to support the Cincinnati Bengals as the official construction and equipment partner. As Ohio's premier construction equipment provider, we understand what it takes to be a first-place team. Regardless of your need, whether it's sales, service, or equipment rental, you can count on Ohio Cat to be a trusted teammate. To see how we can help your company win, be sure to visit www.ohiocat.com. Hooday!
11:18 to go in regulation. 16 all the score here in the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Joe Burrow has been sacked 7 times. 10 quarterback hits for the Tennessee Titans. Those 7 sacks have been for 51 lost yards.
Unbelievable. Simmons has 2 of them. Long has 1. Landry has 1. Autry has 1.5. Dupree has 1. And Jones has a half a sack.
Titans start from their own 17. They come out in an I formation backfield. Ryan Tannehill under center, touches both sides of his helmet. Now he waits for the direct snap from Jones. Tannehill hands it off to Henry. Henry flying into the Bengals secondary. Jesse Bates takes him on and makes the tackle after a 9-yard run and make that Deontay Foreman, not Derrick Henry on the run.
But he looks just like him. I mean, ran the same way, wasted no time at all. Get north and south and get downhill.
2nd down and 1 from the 26. Tannehill under center, I formation backfield again. The fullback passing game, lining up in front of Deontay Foreman, the former University of Texas star. On 2nd and 1, they'll give it to Foreman again. He's got the first down. Sam Hubbard chases him down and makes the tackle at the 36. 10 yards for Foreman.
Foreman might not be as fast, but Foreman's got more quickness. Foreman makes, when he decides to make a cut and accelerates, he's got more quickness. It takes a little bit longer for the big boy Henry to get to full speed.
Back-to-back runs for 19 yards. The Titans have it at their own 36. 10-13 remaining in a tied playoff game. Same formation. They line up in the eye behind Tannehill. Long count, takes the snap, turns left, fakes the handoff, wants to throw. Hubbard pursuing. Here's a throw downfield. Another big catch for A.J. Brown. The Bengals couldn't cover him forever. He makes the catch at the Cincinnati 43.
You're right, Dan. I counted to 7. I counted 1,001, 1,002, all the way up to 1,007. I don't give a damn who you are. You give a quarterback and receivers in this league that much time to operate, they're going to make a play, and they did.
5 catches, 142 yards for A.J. Brown. Nearly 30 yards per catch. First down and 10 at the Cincinnati 44. Now Tannehill backs away from the center. He's going to line up in the gun with Foreman to his left, Blasingame to his right. Tannehill catches the ball. Here comes the rush. He gets rid of it. Caught by Julio Jones. Trots out of bounds with Eli Apple in pursuit at the Cincinnati 37-yard line.
I'll tell you, the Tennessee Titans in the second half have been much more balanced with their offensive play selection. They are running the football well. As a result of that, they're throwing the football more easily. And it's when they're this balanced, this is a very, very good offense.
Deontay Foreman out. Derrick Henry in. 2nd down and 4 at the Cincinnati 38. Clock running with 8:54 to go. Bengals had a 10-point lead in the 3rd quarter. It is gone. Tannehill back to throw. Looking. Passes. Caught. Julio Jones tackled immediately, but it appears he's got the first down. And the Bengal who made the tackle a little bit slow to get up, but Jermaine Pratt is on his feet.
Boy,
I think they're going to spot it short, just inside the 35.
Yep, just a little bit short. So it's 3rd down and a scope. You got a couple of big, powerful running backs to operate.
Tannehill has completed his last 5 passes. He's in the gun. Henry to his right. 3rd down and less than a yard at the Cincinnati 35. Tannehill catches the shotgun snap, runs it, and gets tackled for a loss. Zone read, the quarterback kept, and he got tackled for the loss of about a half a yard. Now it's 4th and a full yard for Tennessee.
And boy, I'll tell you, the thing that Tannehill doesn't realize is the Bengals see this twice a year, every year, with a guy named Lamar Jackson. So they weren't fooled. Everybody played their defensive responsibility to a T, and Tennessee's going for it.
The Bengals stopped the Titans when they went for a 2-point conversion from the 1. So this is very similar. 4th down and 1 at the Cincinnati 35. Tannehill under center. Henry lined up behind. Double tight ends in. They're going to give it to Derrick Henry looking for a running lane. He's hit and he's tackled for a loss. The Bengals defense tackles Henry for a loss of 2. And Cincinnati will take over with 7:14 to go.
How about that? How about that, sports fans?
We'll take a break. 16 all the score on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
To a halt. This is Jerry Jean, president of Waltz Business Solutions. With our Kyocera digital printer, scanner, and software solutions, let us help you change with the times to digitize your business or home office.
When your document halts, call Waltz.
Hey, Bengal fans. At Medical Mutual, we care about the health and well-being of Ohioans like you. That's why we offer high-quality health insurance plans with access to hospitals and doctors you know and trust. plus dental, vision, and wellness plans to help you achieve and maintain your best health. Medical Mutual is proud to be the official health insurer of the Cincinnati Bengals and everything you love. To learn more about individual Medicare and employer plans, visit medmutual.com/Bengals.
Shop the Bengals Pro Shop this season for all your Bengals needs. Men's Nike New Stripes jerseys, Fanatics, and 47 brand apparel, and New Era headwear. And for the female fan, women's tops, bottoms, and accessories. For the smallest Bengals fan, tees, jerseys, and headwear. It's all here at the Bengals Pro Shop at Paul Brown Stadium. Come in, call, or shop online at Bengals.com.
The law offices of Blake Maceland will fight for you. Call 444-4444. Want more fight? More attention? More compensation? We've recovered millions in auto and injury cases. We don't know what your case is worth until you call. One more call for 444-4444. Call Blake Maceland.
7:16 to go. The score is tied at 16 here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. And twice in this game, when the Tennessee Titans only needed to gain 1 yard and gave it to the best running back on the planet, Derrick Henry, Cincinnati stopped him. Once it was on a 2-point conversion, and now it came on 4th and 1, allowing the Bengals to take over at their own 37-yard line.
And that's equal to a turnover. I mean, they got 2 interceptions. This is the third possession that has not ended with a kick, a punt, extra point, or a field goal. In my mind, that's equivalent to fumbling the football, recovering it right there. That's another defensive takeaway. The Bengals offense has to capitalize.
Can the offensive line give Joe Burrow time? He's been sacked 7 times and hit 10. He's in the gun with Mixon to his right. On 1st and 10 from the 37. 7:16 to go. Shotgun snap. Burrow with time, looking. Now he's in trouble, and he's sacked for the 8th time in this game. That ties his career high. Back in his 3rd NFL game, he was sacked 8 times. He's been sacked 8 times today.
And it's just a 4-man rush, 7 in coverage. There's nowhere for Joe to go with the football. And they played against this kind of scheme multiple times. Las Vegas Raiders, the Denver Broncos, but this front 4 is much better. The secondary, the safeties, the duo at safety, much better. This defense is doing a good job of suffocating them.
A loss of 7 on Harold Landry's sack. Burrow in the gun, Mixon to his left. 2nd and 17. Burrow back to throw. Short pass caught over the middle. Higgins running to the 40, the 42, and he is tackled after a 12-yard gain, setting up 3rd down and 5. David Long with the stop.
You know, you got to tip your cap to both defensive lines, front 7s in this football game, Dan. The Bengals have attacked the line of scrimmage and caused a lot of damage. You know, like you said, the 2-point conversion, the 4th and less than 1. But boy, the Tennessee Titans in terms of pass rush, oh my gosh.
7 catches, 96 yards for Tennessee native T. Higgins. Samaje Perine checks in. Now he motions out to the left. Big 3rd down and 5 play coming up. Burrow extends the hands, catches the shotgun snap, throws. His fastball is caught for a 1st down by C.J. Uzomah at the 50. The Bengals convert on 3rd and 4 and keep the drive alive.
They're now 7 for 14. You know, coming into the game, the Titans had only allowed 36.7% on 3rd down. 6th best in the NFL. The Bengals are 7 for 14. 50%, a good 13.5, 14 percentage points better.
Cruikshank made the tackle on Uzomah. 1st and 10 Bengals right at midfield. 16 all to score. 5:11 to go with a running clock. And the Bengals flinch, and that'll cost them 5 yards.
Joe Mixon. Joe started a movement toward the line of scrimmage.
Still 1st down.
And that's what cost him.
Joe will check out. Chris Evans will check in. It'll be 1st down and 15. Bengals at their own 45.
That's something you don't want to do, get behind the sticks because of penalty. Because now they're just going to tee off. They're not going to play the run. They're going to tee off at the quarterback.
Autry and Landry check in. Dupree checks out. First down and 15, Bengals at their own 45. And now the officials are going to have a little conference. Maybe a clock issue.
The clock is correct at 5 minutes and 8 seconds. Here we go.
What was that?
Said the clock was correct.
Oh. That's a good reason to stop the game. Come up and tell the official and the referee that the clock is correct.
Jamar Chase goes out to the left. Picked up by his former high school and college teammate, Christian Fulton. 3 receivers go out to the right. Burrow waits for the shotgun snap with Chris Evans in the backfield. He hands it off to Chris Evans, and Chris is able to get about 4. Got most of the lost penalty yardage back. Second down and 11 coming up with the clock running and 4:55 remaining.
You know, the Bengals crowd noise was a big factor in their win, a big plus for the Cincinnati Bengals in their win at Paul Brown Stadium, biggest crowd ever, and they were in full throat, and the Raiders had some difficulty. Bengals having some penalty difficulty today. Joe Mixon, I think that was crowd related. For him to flinch like he did, he couldn't hear, and you just have to wait. You have to look and be patient moving the ball.
Second down and 11, the Bengals at their own 49. The noise level deafening, and the play clock down to 3. Burrow catches the shotgun snap, drops back to throw, short pass, low pass. It is caught, but a very small gain. Mixon with the catch for a gain of 3. And very upset with something that happened after the play.
Yeah, he didn't like the way Long made the play on him and tackled him. And something happened when they went to the ground. But the Bengals find themselves in the 3rd and long situation again at 3rd and 8. And this is not where you want to be against this Tennessee Titan defense that is teeing off.
Joe Burrow has thrown it 36 times. He's passed for 329 yards. No touchdowns, 1 interception. The play clock is at 5. Burrow in the gun. Chris Evans is checked in at running back. Burrow has the ball. He drops back. He gets sacked for the 9th time. Brought down at the Titans' 40-yard line.
The problem, Dan, is that when the defensive ends are pressuring the edges, Joe can't step up because Simmons and the defensive tackles are pushing the interior pocket. It's not like the pressure is just coming from one spot. There is no place to step up. And Simmons gets another one. I mean, they ran a little twist, a little delayed twist there. But, boy, this front 4 across the board, every one of the 4 players is getting the job done at a very high level.
9 sacks for the Titans, 1 for the Bengals. Huber into punt. We're down to 2:51 to go. The veteran's left-footed punt. It's a good one. Chester Rogers moving under it. Catches at the 16. Gets tackled right away by Trey Flowers.
Nice work at Gunner. Nice. Dan, that differential you're describing in the sacks, that negates turnovers now. I mean, when you're giving up that kind of real estate, you're giving up that many yards, that's not hidden yards, that's blatant, flagrant yards.
So the Titans are going to start from their own 16 with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in a tie game. Tennessee has 2 timeouts remaining. The Bengals have 3. 16 all is the score. Derrick Henry will be in at running back as the Titans begin from their own 16-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 out to the left for Ryan Tannehill. Double tight ends in the game for the Titans. A.J. Brown motions closer to the formation. Tannehill hands it off to Henry. Henry trying to turn the right corner, and he'll be taken down by Awuzie after a 3-yard run.
22 on 22. 22 in the white, 22 in the blue, 22 in the white wins it. And Simmons, the great defensive tackle for the Titans, 3 sacks for 28 yards, Dan. But what a play by Awuzie to stay with it when the big boy tried to bounce it outside. Awuzie said, no, baby,
If the Bengals could get a 3-and-out here, they would get a good drive start in all likelihood. Titans have it at their own 19. We're down to 2:08 to go in regulation. The play clock is down to 8. We may come down to the 2-minute warning. The Titans are not going to snap the ball in time. So we've hit the 2-minute warning. 16 all is the score. The Titans will have it 2nd and 7 at their own 19 when we come back on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Is the perfect blend of flavor and heat, so you can put that on everything.
Like buffalo wings.
Everything.
Buffalo nachos.
Everything.
Buffalo mac and cheese?
Yes, and also things that don't start with buffalo. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
At Paul Brown Stadium, you're familiar with the main event. But did you know we can host your business meeting, annual gala, or even your wedding reception? We entertain year-round. Our unique and versatile event spaces can accommodate 50 to 1,500 guests for a variety of corporate, nonprofit, and private affairs. For more information about hosting your next event at Paul Brown Stadium, we invite you to visit Bengals.com/events. Again, that's Bengals.com/events.
We've been doing our own thing for more than 50 years at Gold Star. All so you can do your own thing. The Coney thing, the veggie thing, the fries thing, the juicy flat-top burger thing, the cheesy, crunchy, wrapped up in a tortilla. Can't believe this is a thing. It's not what you'd expect from a neighborhood chili parlor, and we think that's a good thing. At Gold Star, you're invited to come as you are, like what you like, and follow your own recipe.
USI Insurance Services, Cincinnati's #1 insurance broker. For over 100 years, your Cincinnati USI team has been protecting local businesses and employees. And today, with more than 200 USI offices across the country, we have the resources and the reach to tackle even the most complex insurance needs. Let us show you how the right plan and the right partner can help protect your company's most valuable assets. USI, proud insurance broker of the Cincinnati Bengals.
2 minutes left in regulation, tied at 16. Titans ball at their own 19. It'll be 2nd down and 7 coming out of the timeout here on the First Star Logistics Bengals radio network.
And the Bengals muster up another takeaway. How big would that be? How about a forced fumble recovery?
Even if they can get a 3 and out.
Yep.
Typical 40-ish yard punt would give the Bengals the ball with a good drive start.
You get McPherson if it's the second field goal.
Tannehill in the gun, Derrick Henry to his right. 2nd down and 7 Titans. Rodgers goes in jet motion. Tannehill back to throw. Fires over the middle. His strike is caught by Julio Jones. He gets tackled at the 35-yard line. Eli Apple with the stop. Clock running. 1:44 to go.
Trey Henderson tapping out. Trey Henderson called the official over and said, I need some time. The official blew the whistle, brings on the medical staff. Trey Henderson has to go off the football field for at least a snap. Injury timeout. It's not a call timeout.
Inside of 2 minutes, the situation requires.
Oh, the final 2 minutes of the half. That game, right. Yeah, the 2-minute warning just happened. So that cost the Bengals a timeout.
We'll take a break. 1:45 left in regulation. 16 all to score. Titans have the ball at their own 35 when we come back on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Super Bowl 56 is heading to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and On Location can make your weekend unforgettable. With On Location, you can enjoy epic pre-game parties featuring NFL legends. Choose from an incredible selection of SoFi Stadium seating options, secure hard-to-find accommodations, and get unmatched access through it all. On Location is the official hospitality partner of the NFL and the only way to experience Super Bowl 56. Visit NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com/Super Bowl.
At Fifth Third Bank, we're working hard to make banking a Fifth Third better, which means we put 166.7% into everything we do. With over a decade of partnership, Fifth Third and the Cincinnati Bengals are better together. Follow along this season as we highlight better together moments on and off the field, and keep an eye out for chances to win exclusive prizes.
1st and 10 Titans from their own 35. They give it to Derrick Henry, and the Bengals are there. DJ Reader leads the charge. And the Bengals make the stop near the line of scrimmage. No gain. Clock running. 1:30 to go.
Boy, DJ Reader has done a hell of a job all day long on Ben Jones. In that matchup, I give it to number 98 over number 60. DJ Reader was handling Jones.
Henry out. Hilliard in. Clock running. 1:15 to go. The Titans at their own 35. Tannehill ready for the shotgun snap, 2-by-2 formation. He has the ball, drops back to throw, standing tall in the pocket. He passes, caught over the middle, short of the first down. Logan Wilson making the tackle on Dontrell Hilliard after a 5-yard gain. 54 seconds to go. The clock is running.
Cam Sample's hurt. He has to check out of the football game. Hendrickson checks back in. So Cam Sample, who's been dealing with a hamstring issue, I don't know if that acted up on him again or not.
The Titans not using timeouts. They don't want to leave any time on the clock for the Bengals. They would rather go to overtime than give Cincinnati the ball back. 32 seconds left. 3rd down and 5. Tannehill ready for the shotgun snap. He has the ball. He's back to throw. Looking, throws over the middle. Bobbled, intercepted. The Bengals have it at the 47-yard line. 20 seconds on the clock, and the Bengals will have the ball about 15 yards away from Evan McPherson's long field goal range.
And that's why having a kicker that has now hit 9 of 50 yards or more, and then one today.
Logan Wilson with the interception.
On the tip ball. Logan Wilson gets the tip interception, and Tannehill now 1 for 8 on 3rd down. They're losing the turnover battle by 2 now. The Bengals stopped them on 4th down, so in my mind, they're losing it by 3. They're 1 for 8 on 3rd down, but it's a tie game. Why? You couldn't protect your quarterback.
The Bengals have 2 timeouts left, 20 seconds on the clock, needing to gain about 15 yards to give Evan McPherson a chance to win it in regulation. Burrow catches a shotgun snap, blitz coming. Joe with time, throws for Chase, got it, and out of bounds at the 35 of Tennessee. 15 seconds on the clock. That's enough to be within the long field goal range of McPherson. 18 seconds on the clock. Now, ideally, you'd love to get about 10 more yards, and the Bengals have 2 timeouts to work with.
Boy, I'll tell you, they did a nice job. Cover 2. They went to the sideline, over the cornerback in front of the safety. That's the hole. The safety can't get all the way to the sideline. Chase ran a route to the sideline. Joe Burrow gave him a strike against cover 2.
Burrow cannot take a sack. 16 all to score. 15 seconds to go. The Bengals are going to run it. Mixon charges up the middle. He gets tackled at the 33. And the Bengals will call a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Boy, Trey Hopkins, I was nervous there a little bit. Guys ran up the back of his legs, and he kind of crawled out of the front of the pile. I'm like, come on, Trey, be all right.
So, by running up the middle, the Bengals clearly are going to try to set up Evan McPherson. They could do one more run up the middle, take the clock down to however many seconds, as long as they leave something on the clock before calling the timeout, and try to get Evan McPherson a few more yards.
They just upped it from 6 seconds back to 9. There are 9 seconds on the clock now. And the Bengals obviously have one last timeout to burn. They will do so.
Jackson Carman checks in as a 6th offensive lineman. You can't have a flinch. You got to take care of the ball. Try to gain a few yards for McPherson and set him up for a game-winning attempt to send the Bengals to the AFC Championship game.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The ball is at the 32.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
If the Bengals do not gain any more yardage, it would be a 50-yard try for McPherson. He's made 10 50-yard field goals this year, including a 54-yarder in this playoff game.
And his 9 during the regular season was a franchise record by quite a bit, and it led the National Football League. And then he hits one today that's significant. You know, we're talking the 16-16 football game, and he hits 54 to give the Bengals 316 points. How big is that?
Logan Wilson with an interception with 20 seconds to go. Jamar Chase immediately following with an 18-yard catch, giving him 109 receiving yards. Burrow under center, 9 seconds to go. Burrow slipped, went down, and lost a yard. Now the Bengals will call their final timeout with 3 seconds to go. And it's going to be about a 52-yard try from the right hash for the 22-year-old kid, Evan McPherson.
And McPherson requested the right hash mark. The ball was in the middle of the field. There was one play to run. Darren Simmons said, where do you want the ball? Left hash mark or right hash mark? They could have run the football either direction. So McPherson got the hash mark that he wanted.
Cincinnati takes their final timeout.
let's see if they can finish the play. Logan Wilson, huge play on a deflection. How about deflected interceptions today? Man, one broke a streak of Joe Burrow, over 200 attempts, and one broke the heart of Tannehill by Logan Wilson.
The target, 52 yards away. Crossbar, 10 yards off the ground. McPherson ready from 52 yards away. Clark Harris will snap it back to Kevin Huber for the win. The snap, the put down, the swing of the right leg.
Yeah, baby.
It's on its way.
Yeah, baby.
It is good.
Yeah.
Coffin nails.
Bam, bam, bam. That is unbelievable. 54 and 52 at the gun. That is unrealism right there. And the Bengals advance to the Final Four. AFC Championship game, Dan. AFC Championship game. Where? In Buffalo or Kansas City, my man?
Let those words sink in.
Woo!
The Cincinnati Bengals are headed to the AFC Championship game on a 52-yard field goal at the gun by Evan McPherson.
Unbelievable. And the Bengals dominated in the takeaways. They had a stop on fourth down. I mean, they did damage on third down. The Titans 1 for 8 on third down, and they have to win at the gun. You talk about a crazy football game. Joe Burrow gets sacked 8 times. 9 times, a new high. Unbelievable. It's just, that's playoff football.
Jay Morrison of The Athletic had an interesting stat.
Yeah.
This is the first time in NFL history a team has allowed 9 sacks and won a playoff game.
And you know how they did it? Turnovers, third down. I'm saying the sacks, the hidden yards of the sacks, it's like an ointment that covers up a lot of blemishes. But man, the Bengals, the reason they won this football game, they won the turnover battle. They won third down. Those are 2 big deals right there, and it overcame the fact that they could not protect their quarterback.
The Cincinnati Bengals are 1 win from heading to the Super Bowl.
How about that?
How great are the next 8 days going to be just thinking about the possibility that this team could go to the Super Bowl for the 3rd time in franchise history?
I don't care where the game is for the AFC Championship. Let's go to Yugoslavia. It doesn't matter to me.
Buffalo might be that cold.
Yeah, true. I don't care where they play or who they play. They are in the AFC Championship game. Unbelievable.
Joe Burrow throws for 348 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception, a passer rating of 93.1, sacked 9 times. He's going to be black and blue for days. But Extraordinary Joe gets the job done. And the Bengals march on to either Buffalo or Kansas City.
And it's amazing. The Bengals, they were around 50%. I think they finished close to 50% on third down. And you have the Tennessee Titans going 1 for 8. You look at that stat alone, you say the Bengals had to have dominated this football game. And then you look at takeaways. Oh, the Bengals win that big. The Bengals had to have dominated this football game. But man, oh man, number 9 gets sacked 9 times. Unbelievable. And that's not considering the hits. 9 sacks. And he was hit, 15 times? It had to be. It's crazy.
Logan Wilson with the interception with 20 seconds to go that made it possible.
Unbelievable. And a team that was second in the NFL in time of possession coming into this football game, that was a big deal to the Tennessee Titans. 32 minutes and 40 seconds, 3 seconds less than the Green Bay Packers. The Bengals had the ball for 33 minutes and 25 seconds. Tennessee, a mere 26 minutes and 35 seconds. So you look at all the stats and you say, how did the Bengals not win this game by 2 or 3 scores? Well, look at the sack totals. That's the deal. 9-1. A -8 differential had to be at least the football field, probably. Crazy.
Evan McPherson does it again. 2 overtime game winners as a rookie. And now this 52-yarder in a playoff game under frigid conditions to send the Bengals to the AFC Championship game.
A 54-yard make, a 52-yard make in a 19-16 football game. My goodness. Darren Simmons knew what he was talking about. knew what he saw to pick him when they did, because Darren Simmons said, if we don't pick him now, we're not going to get him. Somebody's going to pick him.
See you next week.
Bengals select him, and boy, that paid dividends.
Time to Kansas City or Buffalo. 8 days from now.
Unbelievable.
3:30 in the afternoon. Joe Burrow and the Bengals are heading to the AFC Championship game. Glorious.
Zach Taylor is the youngest coach to win a playoff game for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's only the third coach in franchise history to win a playoff game. Forrest Gregg took the Bengals to the Super Bowl in 81. Sam Weiss took them in 88. Zach Taylor, will he take them to the Super Bowl in 2021-22? He's only the third head coach to win a playoff game. And the streak of 7 straight losses on the road, 0-7 in franchise history on the road in the playoffs, that's done too. 31 years, done. Not winning a playoff game on the road, done. What more magic does Joey B have, number 9?
The Bengals have never lost an AFC Championship game.
They have not. They're 2-0. That's exactly right.
The final score today from Nashville: Cincinnati 19, Tennessee 16.
Yes.
Stay tuned for the postgame show coming up here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.